You're in Braves country.
This date in 1895, the Detroit Creams, inspired by owner George Vanderbeck, who boasts the Western League team would be the cream of the league, lasts only one season. The club becomes known as the Tigers after Detroit Free Press editor Philip Reed headlines a story that reads, "Struthers Tigers showed up very nicely." The club's new moniker, still in use today, will carry over to the city's franchise into the new American League in 1901. On this date, 1935, with the band playing Jingle Bells at Boston Braves Field on a snowy day with freezing temperatures, Babe Ruth makes his National League debut, hitting a home run and a single off Giants legend Carl Hubbell. The Boston Braves beat the New York Giants 4-2. And on this date in 1946, quote, "An apology to Braves fans. The management will reimburse any of its patrons for any expense to which they might have put for necessary cleaning of your clothing as a result of the paint damage," unquote. That local newspaper ad was a result of the newly painted grandstand seats not yet dried, and about 5,000 fans attending Boston's home opener against the Dodgers left Braves Field with green paint covering much of the clothing, an offer generating nearly 13,000 claims, including some from as far away as California and Nebraska.
can't smoke like me. So don't try and be like me. Let's party together.
There's something kind of about a kid that's never played baseball.
We have been hoodwinked, bamboozled, and flat out deceived.
Why did you get so drunk?
You got drunk. I'm just really exhausted.
What's in that cup?
Rum and Cokes.
Do you have any idea how important this is? We're trying to save the pub cup. Really? This is what you're doing? This is what you're doing?
Baseball is a beautiful thing. It's more beautiful in an old park. It's asymmetrical and quirky. But even in a dome with artificial turf, it's beautiful. The way the field fans out, the choreography of the sport, the pace and rhythm of it, the fact that that pace and rhythm allows for conversation and reflection and opinion and comparison.
In right field, the crowd is tormenting Strawberries, singing Darryl, Darryl. Little roller up along first, behind the man. It gets through Buckner. Here comes Knight, and the Mets win.
And there's a fly ball deep to left. It's on its way. There it goes. And the Yankees are going to the World Series. Aaron Boone.
Ground ball stabbed by Folk. He has it. He underhands to first for the first time in 86 years. The Red Sox have won baseball world championship. Can you believe it?
It's a pastime, something you do. It's entertainment, something you watch. And it's a shared experience, something you talk about and read about. But you can apply those same three criteria to other things. What makes baseball special is that it's the best game that's ever been devised.
Smith corks one into right down the line. It may go. Go crazy, folks. Go crazy.
Sure as God made green apples, someday the Chicago Cubs are going to be in the World Series.
A little bouncer slowly toward Bryant. He will glove it in front of Rizzo. It's in time. And the Chicago Cubs win the World Series. Cubs win. What a lucky break. The good Lord wants the Cubs to win.
How can you not be romantic about baseball?
If baseball is about caring, about loyalty and rivalry,
Braves fans are on their feet hoping for some kind of a bleeder or a seeing-eye single. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball hit high and deep down the right field line. It's going back, back, back. Is it fair? Is it zip, boom, bam, it's gone. Ram-a-lam, ding dong, a 3-run shot, and your Atlanta Braves have taken a 1-run lead. She's gone, baby!
There's a very peaceful thing. It was created and played in pastures and meadows. There's grass, there's outdoors, there's everything that people thought was American and feel about America. You get in a ballpark, and it's the wonder of walking through that dark tunnel and seeing a huge open space where men play the little boy's game.
I believe in the Church of Baseball. I've tried all the major religions and most of the minor ones. I know things. For instance, there are 108 beads in a Catholic rosary, and there are 108 stitches in a baseball. I prefer metaphysics to theology. You see, there's no guilt in baseball, and it's never boring. It's a long season, and you gotta trust it. I've tried them all, I really have. And the only church that truly feeds the soul day in, day out is the Church of Baseball.
Swung line drive left field. 1 run is in. Here comes Reed. Here's the throw to the plate. He is safe.
You're in Braves country. If there's a bigger thing going on right now, I don't know what it is. We're down to 1 strike here. Gurriel, the last hope for the Houston Astros. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, bounced over to Dansby. Dansby fires it over to Forrest. And here comes the dog pile. Fire the cannons in the battery. Do the chop all throughout Braves country. Pop that top. Your Atlanta Braves have won it all.
Ladies and
and gentlemen, welcome. We direct your attention now to home plate. Please remain standing. We call your attention to our bands here today. They will be jointly directed. And now, another fixture, our national anthem.
So proudly we hail at the twilight's last gleaming, whose white stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Play ball! At this time, ladies and gentlemen, we'd like to introduce today's teams as participants in this historic game.
Keep playing like this, we'll be the laughing stock of the league.
All right, boys, let's get back to basics. This is a baseball. The object of the game is to keep the baseball within the confines of the...
You're in Braves country.
On a beer? 7 o'clock in the morning. Scotch?
Hey, howdy, hi, and how the hell are you? Pull up an armchair, girls and boys, and join us for Braves Country Baseball. You're listening live as the Braves are on the road, and we're set to bring you pitch by pitch, play by play of your Atlanta Braves. Hi, I'm Mac McGee. Here's your starting lineups for today's action. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Leading off and patrolling center field for your Atlanta Braves, it's Michael Harris II. He's batting 190, 6 RBI, 2 stolen bases, 2 home runs. Batting second, playing third, Austin Riley, a 300 average with 5 home runs, 12 RBI. Matt Olson, batting third, playing first. He has a 200 average with 2 home runs, 9 RBI. Sean Murphy is back behind home plate, 4 home runs, 8 RBI, batting 231 in the cleanup position. Ozzie Albies, batting fifth, playing second. A 250 average with 4 home runs, 10 RBI, 2 stolen bases. Drake Baldwin is your designated hitter and batting sixth. He has 1 RBI, a 212 average. Batting seventh and in left field, it's Brian De La Cruz. He's batting 200 with a stolen base. Eli White is in right field and batting eighth. A 143 clip, 1 stolen base. Orlando Arcia, getting the start at shortstop, is batting ninth. He has a 208 average and 1 RBI. On the mound for your Atlanta Braves, it's Spencer Strider Day for the first time since the beginning of the 2024 campaign. He'll be going head-to-head with Chris Bassett, who's 1-0, a 0.98 ERA, a 1.09 whip, 18 innings, 17 hits, 21 strikeouts, 3 walks allowed, no home runs served. Backing up Bassett in the bottom of the first inning, and leading off playing shortstop, it's Bo Bichette, 10 RBI, batting .295. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is batting .275 and batting second, playing first. He has 8 RBI. Batting third, the designated hitter, Anthony Santander. 2 home runs, 6 RBI, batting .211. Jimenez is batting cleanup and at second. 3 home run, 8 RBI, 5 stolen bases, batting .215. Alejandro Kirk is behind home plate and batting fifth. 1 home run, 4 RBI, batting .240. Roden is in left field and batting sixth. He has a .277 average with 1 home run, 4 RBI. Clement is back at third and batting seventh. Batting .200 on the year, 5 RBI, 1 stolen base. Batting eighth, playing right, Barger. He's 0 for 4 on the season. And Miles Straw is batting ninth and in center field for the Toronto Blue Jays. He's got a .379 average, 1 home run, 3 RBI, 1 stolen base. Calling balls and strikes today behind home plate, it's Bill Miller. Your first base umpire, Chad Fairchild. Second base is manned by Ben May, and down the third base line, it's Roberto Ortiz. Atlanta Braves come in 5-12 on the season. The Blue Jays are 10-8. Your Atlanta Braves are minus 140 on the money line. The over-under is plus 120. It should be noted that the analytic predictor is giving the Toronto Blue Jays a 57% chance of winning, meaning the betting market has been swayed because of Spencer Strider's first start. Keys to the game today: only 4 guys have ever seen Spencer Strider pitch. Kirk is 0 for 3, Santander is 1 for 2, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is 1 for 3 with a strikeout, and Bo Bichette is 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. See how many pitches he'll be allotted in his first start. Braves Country Radio's guess is somewhere in the 90, maybe a little north of 90 range. No more than about 5 innings. Our pick to click: today's starter, the Braves have seen quite a bit, as he used to be on the New York Mets. There are a couple of guys with miserable numbers with them, so we'll steer clear of that. Our pick to click, we're going to go digging deep. A guy who's not hit that well this year, but he is 6 for 10 lifetime with a home run against today's starter. Sometimes you just see a guy better than most. We'll go with Brian De La Cruz to click, and he better. He got the start over the left-handed bat Kid Kelnick. They've both been hitting miserably to start the season. You also want to keep an eye on Orlando Arcia and Eli White. Though they're at the bottom of the order, Arcia is 3 for 6 lifetime versus Bassett, and Eli White is 4 for 10. So batting .500 and .400 respectively. Chris Bassett is a tough competitor and usually keeps the ball down and in the ballpark. The Braves are going to have to scratch out some runs and ride Spencer Strider in a very well-rested Atlanta Braves bullpen to the victory. We'll take your Atlanta Braves to win this one and get the best of Bassett on a getaway day. We'll take Atlanta 5-2. Please subscribe and share. Put your click in the chat, slap that like, and let's get ready, Braves Country. We'd like to thank everybody for choosing Braves Country Radio, and a special thanks to all the country club members. Please like on your way in and subscribe, set those alerts, and share Braves Country Radio to help build the crowd so we can continue to bring you the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Well, it's about that time. Grab you a cold one. Find you an armchair. Atlanta Braves Baseball right here on Braves Country Radio. Your modern-day superstation is in its 5th season of bringing you pitch-by-pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves and our one-of-a-kind production. Take us anywhere you go for over 170 Atlanta Braves ball games. Please like and subscribe today. Join the Country Club. Thank you to all the Country Club members. You help support Braves Country Radio.
Get this bus moving. Stop. Come back. Too late.
Roll call! Yeah, roll call!
You're in Braves country.
Happy Spencer Schwellenbach Day. Let's go Braves Country. Who do we have in here this lovely Wednesday afternoon? John, Gary the Real McCoy, Anthony Downtown Brown, Mason Mana. Hellion, Mark, Ricky Ricardo, I see Envy in here as well. What are some of the other ones she's used over the... There's only two that I really remember. World Drummer, Charlie Elrod, Swamp Boy, let's go. I'm assuming Spry will be in here, and the GOAT pushing buttons. There he is. Those betting folks out there, Spencer Strider's over-under strikeout margin today is 5.5. Seems low, but maybe they're betting on the fact that he won't go very long because it's his first day back. I don't know. It seems open. Seems low. Jashawn says the roof is open. I thought they might open the roof. It is a sunny day. It's cold. It's in the 40s, but it is a sunny day. The roof is open. We'll see here. No. Let's see here. All right. If it is open, they're saying 41 degrees and the wind is blowing left field to right field, but in. So it should keep it a low-scoring ball game. All right, we will be back in a flash. Let's get it. Just moments away from Spencer Strider's first start since last year. Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. America's patriotic light lager, all natural ingredients. Stand tall, be proud. The perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. America's patriotic light lager, offering a crisp, clean, bold taste. The perfect beer to celebrate life, liberty, and your pursuit of the American dream. A beer with only 110 calories that tastes like a full-flavored beer and celebrates like freedom. Hey, Braves Country, this is Mac McGee with Braves Country Radio. We are bringing you pitch by pitch, play-by-play of your Atlanta Braves all year long. Join the Country Club today. Help support Braves Country Radio. Join the Country Club today. It helps us bring you more of the game we all love. Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Hey, Braves Country, Mac McGee here for American Rebel Beer. From the mountains to the prairies to your pint glass with white foam, we're bringing back beer with a backbone. All that matters in our brew is taste and a touch of American excellence. American Rebel Beer, born in the USA.
Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt our program of dance music to bring you a special bulletin from the radio news.
Sit quietly and we will control all that you see and hear. There is nothing wrong. You are about to participate in a great adventure. You are about to experience the awe and mystery.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both things and ideas. You've just crossed over into
Adventures in Time and Space.
We offer you Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball.
Hi, folks. Join us now for another Braves ball game. Yes, sir. This is the one we've been waiting for. This is it. This makes you feel like it's spring and baseball, no more measles, and free tickets to the circus.
You're in Braves Country.
This is a reminder. Disorderly conduct will not be tolerated. Please respect your fellow fan and refrain from any unruly behavior. Failure to comply with these guidelines will result in ejection.
Good evening, Braves Country. Good afternoon, Braves Country, I guess I should say. As we are just about set, about 5 minutes away. And we'll hang tight here with you. Do a little pregame. You know, one of the things I want to bring up today, we haven't heard much about it, but Verdugo, it should be an option, as well as Craig Kimbrell in the near future for this Atlanta Braves bunch. I really am looking forward to the day Verdugo comes back up to the big league. And look, he didn't tear the world apart, last year, but he was on a team that went to the World Series. He was also in the lineup pretty regularly. I was looking at it, and his at-bats, I mean, they would bench him versus tough lefties, but other than that, he was pretty regularly in the lineup. I think in this lineup, especially when Acuna comes back, he'll be towards the bottom, but what a good stick that'll be. And then, of course, Craig Kimbrell, he's down in Double-A right now, and they're just waiting. I think it's one of those things where they want to wait until he's really ready to roll, because they won't be able to DFA him and expect him to go through waivers, so you can't send him back down. I told myself at the beginning of this series, or at the beginning of this road trip, if we were 7-11, I'd be ecstatic. But if we were 6-12, I'd be okay. I'd be relatively happy with it. It means that we won one of the series, and we got a chance to do that today. And no one's really running away with the East yet. I mean, we're not into that kind of a doom and gloom, so to speak. But you don't want to fall too far behind. And you look at some of the Braves are sitting 6 games behind New York. Mets are off to a hot start. I don't think that's sustainable with that pitching staff. So we're 5 behind Philly. Even if you look at it big picture, you're only 17 games in. You can still make that move. You got plenty of time to do that. I would just prefer to not get to where we were. If you remember in 2022, we fell as many as 11 games behind the Mets, and then came roaring back and chased them down, but it took a lot out of the team. I don't want to get to that point. In the wild card right now, you can't even focus on that either, because 4 teams out west are off to incredible starts. They have 4 teams above 500 right now. If you haven't been paying attention to it, San Diego is 14-4. The Giants are in second place at 12-5, and the Dodgers are 13-6. Which means since we last saw the Dodgers, they've played under 500 baseball. Doesn't that make you feel bad? Great. Yeah, Mark, I saw that Kimbrell got that save last night. You just wonder if they're waiting to bring him back. There could be a couple of different ways that they could do that. They definitely wouldn't want to bring him back right after he pitched last night, because what's the point? You wouldn't be able to use him. It's possible that he comes back during this homestand. So that could be a final warm-up. But once again, they're going to make sure he's stretched out and ready to roll, because they rushed a couple of guys this year that they picked up off the scrap heap, and none of them panned out. You look at the guy, the the ex-Philly, the ex-Astro reliever that the Braves picked up. And what did he make it? Less than a week? So I want to see him ready to roll, but at the same token, this bullpen needs some help. They need some freaking help. And they are rested today, but I'm talking about the depth of this bullpen is spotty at best. We're just about a click or so away from first pitch. I'm going to try to kink in the 3D. Of course, we had difficulties at the beginning yesterday. It's not always ready to roll at the very beginning. The Braves are wearing their road blues, as you call it. Blue Jays are wearing the home whites, Blue Jays across the chest. I don't think the roof is open. Someone put in the chat that the roof is open. I don't think it is. Doesn't look like it. Braves will have the road blues with gray pants. Spencer Strider making his way onto the field. He'll get set for the bottom of the first. Yeah, the roof is definitely not open. So I don't know where you got that intel at, but it was incorrect. But it happens. Thought it was a little strange because it is cold, but they are expecting a fairly pretty day there. No sun is shining as the roof is slammed shut. Michael Harris II makes his way to the plate. Blue tops, land across the chest in red, tomahawk underneath, all outlined in white, red piping down the middle. You got the red numerals on the back outlined in white as well. White names on the back. The Blue Jays with their home whites, blue ball cap. And yes, sir, it is baseball time in Braves country. First pitch on the way is swung on and rattled back foul. It's 0-1. We'll see if we can pick this up now. The 0-1. Rocks and fires. Swing and a miss. 92 up top. Blew it right by him. It's 0-2. We do have a lot of day games going on today. Not as many as you normally have on a Wednesday getaway day, but I'd say that's because it's still early in the season. You'll see a lot more as the summer creeps in and fans want to take the kids to the ballpark when the summer school begins, or summer break begins. Summer school began for some of us. The 0-2 misses outside, 1-2. So a 1-2 count. Bassett with his teal glove kicks and fires, swing and a miss, strike 3. Michael Harris II continues to struggle up the dish. 1 away. 1 down. You will see Country Club members that we've got the Strider die emoji in there. If you're in a little earlier, you might want to refresh your page because it is updated. First pitch on the way to Austin Riley is swung on and chopped foul down the line. It's 0-1. Riley five home runs on the year already. The 0-1 swing slaps it foul. It's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Appreciate you spending your Wednesday afternoon with us here in Braves Country. Please subscribe and please share. We need to build this channel so we can keep bringing you play-by-play. The 0-2 misses high, 1-2. Chris Bassett gave us fits when he was with the Mets. He ended up laying an egg at the very end of the season in 2022. But prior to that, he really pitched well. The 1-2 pitch, inside, sweeper misses, 2-2. The 2-2. Bassett looks in. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Way out in front of that sweeper. 2 away. Two down. That'll bring Matt Olson to the plate. We're kind of expecting a strikeout fest today. The first pitch on the way is outside wide 4-seam fastball. It's 1-0. Now Bassett, if you can work his pitch count as he goes on into the game, when he goes through the second and third time, his numbers go way down. 1-0. Swing and a miss. 89 up top. 1-1. Bassett at 11 pitches. I'd really like it if Olson can somehow work the count here. The 1-1. Swings it foul and out of play 1-2. For those who have never paid attention to this type of thing, 15 pitches for a starting pitcher per inning is about where they like to keep it. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. He strikes out the side. Chris Bassett is dealing, but when we come back, Spencer Strider returns from the IL. Let's go, Braves country.
Well, you know I love my family. It's just sometimes I want to get in the car and run them all over.
Here are some baseball facts that you might not have known. You might know MC Hammer as the rapper who made You Can't Touch This. As a teenager, he was a bat boy for the Oakland Athletics, and Reggie Jackson gave him the nickname Hammer. Jackson thought MC Hammer looked like Hank Aaron, whose nickname was Hammer and Hank. The Yankees currently have a no beards policy, but the Cincinnati Reds actually had a similar policy for around 30 years. In the late 1960s, general manager Bob Howsam enforced a no facial hair policy in order to give the Reds a presentable look. But the policy ended in 1999 when the Reds traded for Greg Vaughn.
It's the 21st century, and there are just so many fun and exciting ways to lose your money. So many ways to make your life even more interesting with crippling financial burdens. Why not one more way? New in Canada, it's Solitaire, MMORPG. Play with yourself, online. See other people playing with themselves, online. Poverty Poker Online, now offering Solitaire. A new way to lose all your money, even your home, from the comfort of your own home.
He was born on a Georgia farm in 1886 and named Tyrus after the ancient city of Tyre that stubbornly refused to surrender to Alexander the Great. His father was distant, demanding, and nothing young Tyrus could do ever seemed to satisfy him. The tense, skinny boy took out his anger on the diamond. He left home at 17 to play in the minors in Alabama and Tennessee. His father warned him, "Don't come home a failure." That admonition, Cobb recalled, put more determination in me than he ever knew. My overwhelming need was to prove myself as a man.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way, 97-mile-an-hour fastball. Swing and a miss by Bichette as that pitch was tailing in right in his kitchen. Off the hands, it's 0-1. Spencer Strider back since April of 2024 when he had a new type of surgery. It's not quite Tommy John as the 0-1. That pitch goes inside, rattles off the bat, foul. It's 0-2. So Strider a little amped up off his mark with his couple of fastballs, and that's to be expected. But he did get 2 strikes out of it. That was more of a defensive strike as the bat just fought it off as it tailed in and almost hit him. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And he's back, baby. 1 away. Slider on the outer edge. All right. 1 strikeout so far. That'll bring up the right-handed bat of Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Vlad takes the first pitch. Slider down and away. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Righty kicks and fires. Fastball swing up top 97, 1-1. Braves nothing, Jays nothing. 1-1. Fastball right there, P at the knees. 1-2. 1-2 count. Kicks and fires, swing, battles it back, foul. 98 on the outer edge. We'll do it again. The 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Smoke him if you got him. He got him. 2 away. Wow. So Strider's trying to go toe-to-toe with Bassett, who struck out the side in the first. He's now struck out his first 2 batters. Two down. Pitch on the way. 98-mile-an-hour fastball, kicks and fires. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and brings it. Outside wide. 1-0. So a 1-1 count. Braves nothing. Jays nothing. The 1-1. Swing and a miss. Slider right there. 1-2. Before he went on the IL last year, his usage was 4-seam fastball about half the time at 51%, the slider at 32%. And remember that curve that he was working on before the injury, 12% and change 4%. We'll just see what he does today. Looks like he's been using the slider quite a bit more down in the minors. The 1-2, curveball in the dirt, spits on it, 2-2. Anthony Santander, the batter, he's got 2 home runs, 6 RBI. Strider back to the mustache. He is shaving that beard off that he had during the spring. The 2-2. Fastball misses high, ball 3. Full count to Santander. Nobody on, 2 outs. Strider comes set and brings it. Swing, pops it up. Back out of play. Went with the slider that time. Just got underneath it. So a full count. Strider comes set. Swing. That ball's chopped down the third base line. Nobody's over there. That'll roll for a while. Santander's heading to second with the leadoff double. De La Cruz better pick up the pace because Santander almost stretched that into a triple. They had Santander played to pull, and he just poked that fastball that was way out on the outer edge of the plate down the third base line, was able to keep that fair, and it's a 2-out double for the Blue Jays. That's the risk you take when you continue to play the shift game, and the Braves do it as much as anybody. Jimenez, the batter, first pitch on the way. Slider right there at the knees. It's 0-1. When you've got a guy that throws as hard as Strider does, I really do question playing anybody to pull. They will from time to time on his breaking pitches, but those 99-mile-an-hour fastballs, I mean, forget it. The 0-1. Pitch outside wide, fastball. 1-1 count. You'd like to see Strider get out of this pretty quickly. Don't want to see him labor in his first outing in the first inning. 1-1. Swing, lifts it. into right field, coming in, running in, making the catch is the Book of Eli, and that'll end the inning. So all is good in the hood. Banter Strider finishes the inning, faces 4, strikes out 2. We'll be back in a flash.
It just really makes me sad. Like, it's 7 billion people in the world, and not everyone gets to experience how funny I am and how fat my ass is, you know?
No, guys, don't do this. No, come on. This is crazy. Guys, we always do this. We veer wildly off topic, and the next thing you know, we're having some ridiculous argument that has nothing to do with what we're trying to solve. You know, and
then tempers flare.
Exactly. We're talking about evolution all of a sudden, and then we're arguing about racism or whether or not ghouls exist or something.
They do, though.
No, they don't.
No, they do.
You've never seen
them. Yes, I have seen them.
No, stop! We're off topic.
When your woman is acting up, just tell her, less f***ing, more kitchen. Women love it when you rhyme.
Super marriage tip. If you're getting ready to go out in public with your wife, ask her, would you please put on some makeup? This will help her understand that you are concerned with her appearance, and she will love you more for it.
The best part of having a husband, you can tell him any secret, and he will not tell a living soul, because he wasn't listening to you in the first place.
Bob Uecker in the Brewer booth.
The arm is back. Here he comes. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Goodbye, Detroit. Hello, New York. Hi, Raleigh Fingers. What a job he is being mobbed by his teammates as the Brewers have come from behind today to beat Detroit by a score of 2-1. Oh, what a victory today for this Milwaukee Brewer Ball Club, trailing 1-0 into the 8th inning. They have come back to win this game by a score of 2-1. Raleigh Fingers getting the final 2 men via the strikeout route, and Milwaukee will face New York for the American League Eastern Division Championship.
Hope you're enjoying your Wednesday afternoon getaway day for the Braves. We head back home to face Minnesota on Friday night. Sean Murphy will stand in. The first pitch on the way to Smurf is a curveball, smacks the outer edge for a strike. It's 0-1. Your home plate umpire today, Bill Miller. He's known to have a fairly wide strike zone, so expect the strikes to be plentiful on both sides. The 0-1, outside wide, 1-1. 1-1 count. Smurf brings the wood and bangs it over to short. It's going to be a 6-3 putout. 1 away. One down, and Ozzie Albies will be the batter. Righty-lefty, Ozzie from the left side of the plate, standing in with 4 home runs on the year. The first pitch to the Wiz. Changeup misses outside wide. It's 1-0. On deck is De La Cruz. If they can keep the line going, you would get Eli, and then Arcia is back in the lineup today. And if you want to know why he's in the lineup over Nick Allen, I think it's just to give Nick Allen a day off, but the other main thing is Arcia is the 1-0, misses inside 2-0. He is a couple things. He's 3 for 6 lifetime against Chris Bassett. And then the other thing would be, I think they wanted to have the best defensive shortstop out there with Strider on the mound to try to limit, as the 2-0 misses outside wide 3-0. To try to limit the pitches that Strider would have to make today. 3-0. Just smacks the outer edge. 3-1. When Strider leaves and Bassett leaves, you may get Nick Allen pinch hit or pitch run for Arcia. 3-1 count. Pitch misses just high, ball 4. We'll take it. Bill Miller's known to have an east-west strike zone, not a north-south, and it paid off there. Ozzie will head on down to first. comes to the plate. First pitch on the way. Drake Baldwin, who is obviously never matched up against Bassett. It's a fastball inside. It's 1-0. 1-0. Righty, lefty. Kicks and fires. Just there below the knees. 1-1 count. You got Drake at the plate, De La Cruz on deck, Eli, and then Arcia. Ozzie leaning off of first, trying to draw some attention. 89-mile-an-hour cutter misses high. 2-1. I basically call Bill Miller an old school umpire, an old school National League umpire, because for years in the National League it was known that the strike zone was wider than it was high and low. In the American League for years, it was known the other way. You had a north-south strike zone, but they didn't give you a lot of leverage east and west. The 2-1 count, swing, slaps it foul. Back out of play down the left field line. Now all that went out the window several years back when they incorporated both umpires. There's no longer a National League and an American League umpire team. They just are all throughout Major League Baseball. All that kind of went by the wayside as they incorporated more and more of the interleague play. The 2-2, caught looking, strike 3. Sinker right there, got him, 2 away. That sinker has some two-seam action on it, and I think it fooled Baldwin. He thought that ball was going to dip in. Instead, it took a right turn at Albuquerque and headed for the plate. Brian De La Cruz, the batter. He's 6 for 10 lifetime against Bassett. That would be the number one reason why he's getting the start. The throw's going to go over to first. That ball's going to get away, and Ozzie Albies is going to book it on down. Dig it on down the road. He's going to get down to second base. He's in scoring position. Take another look at the throw. That throw was terrible. As accurate as he's been to the plate, it's amazing that he missed that throw. I mean, 4 feet to the right and over the head of Vladimir Guerrero Jr. They're fortunate that thing didn't go in the dugout. That's amazing. I don't know the last time I've seen that off-kiltered of a throw to first. Curveball on the way to De La Cruz outside wide for a ball. It's 1-0. De La Cruz batting only 200 on the year with no home runs, but he is 6 for 10 lifetime versus Bassett. 1-0. Sweeper gets him. 1-1. Bassett throws 8 different pitches. Sinker, cutter, curve, splitter, 4-seam, slider, and changeup. So he's good old-fashioned kitchen sink pitcher. 92-mile-an-hour fastball is inside, grabs the inner cut, 1-2. So De La Cruz shaking his head as if to say that it wasn't a strike. It looked like it was pretty close there. You got to shake that off and get ready. The 1-2, swing, lifts it into center field. Should be an easy play. It is. Straw makes the catch, and that'll end the inning. Braves put one on, but can't get him across. 0-0 your score. We head to the bottom of the 2. Strider back to the bump.
All these is out here be like, I want to move to Montana and build a barn dominium and raise our kids and swing on our porch swing and drink coffee and cuddle in front of the wood stove. I'm I want that.
No, do you hear me? I'm crazy, I'm tired, I worked hard at school. Okay?
Alright, so what? You don't want me to mess with you tonight?
No, I'm crazy, I'm tired, I worked hard at school.
What's a 3-letter word that starts with gas?
Gas.
It's not gas.
It's not a 3-letter word then if it starts with gas.
It's a 3-letter word.
It can't be if it starts with gas. Gas is 3 letters. You're not outsmarting me.
What are some of your weaknesses?
I'm too honest.
I don't really think that's a weakness.
I don't give a what you think.
I am genuinely curious. What do people who do not drink coffee look forward to when they get out of bed? Like, you mean to tell me that you guys are out here just raw dogging life caffeine free? I don't understand.
Bob Uecker in the Brewer booth, half a century calling Brewer games.
3-2, 2 outs, 4-4, ninth inning. Gantner, there he goes. The pitch, a swing and a fly ball, right field and deep. Get up, and get out of here. Gone for Swaim, and they've done it again. 12 in a row on a 2-run blast by Swaim to win it. Oh, my goodness. Do you believe it? Morgan, a smash up the middle, base hit to center. Here comes Gomez, around third, a throw, and the Brewers win. The Brewers are moving on a base hit by Nigel Morgan. He's being mobbed. Wow, what a scene.
So what do you want to do now? Want to get drunk? Yeah.
Welcome back. Spencer Strider back to work. First pitch. Slider misses down and away. It's 1-0. 1-0. Brings it. Kicks and fires. 2-0. 2-0 count. Alejandro Kirk was 0 for 4 yesterday. All 4 of them ground outs, and he doesn't quite have the speed. If you can keep the ball on the ground with him, you're doing good. The 2-0. Right there up top, first strike to him. 1 4-seam fastball. Portly fellow. Kirk, I believe he comes in at like 5'8", 5'9", the 2-1. Swing! That ball's hammered into left field, down for a base hit. One thing he can do well, he can swing that bat. He was in the All-Star game for the American League a couple of years back. One on, nobody out. First pitch on the way, swing. Rattles back a 4-seam fastball, top of the zone. It's 0-1. .96-mile-an-hour fastball misses one of them. Spencer Strider has 2 strikeouts so far through 3 outs. A couple of other games going on right now. Houston leads St. Louis 1-0. The 1-1 pitch just misses high, 2-1. Twins and Mets are scoreless in the bottom of the second, as are the Tigers and Brewers. They're in the top of the second. The 2-1 pitch, right there for a strike. They said he went around. That was in the zone anyways. Bill Miller shouldn't have had to go down and check down at third, but third base umpire Roberto Ortiz confirmed it. 2-2 count, runner at first, not really a threat to go. Strider comes set, brings it, inside, hits it. It's the batter, and that bails them out, and they'll have runners on first and second, nobody out. Tried to get cute with that curveball. Of all the pitchers you want to get hit by Strider with, that's the pitch. So nobody out, 2 on. First pitch on the way to Clement. Right there on the outer edge. For a ball, it's 1-0. Roden at first, Kirk at second. The 1-0. 96. Misses 2-0. Sean Murphy's going to go out there and have a quick talk with Strider. Probably just get him to calm down a little bit. Give him a little bit of a breather. I'm sure at some point we're going to see Kranitz go out there. Strider continues to struggle, but you don't want to burn that just quite yet. But it was good that Murphy went out there to talk to him. The 2-0 count. Strider brings it. Fastball right there. 2-1. Always amazes me when these pitchers with the incredible fastball do not lean on it as much. The 2-1 pitch. Swing. Pops it up. High in the sky. Down over towards the first base side in foul territory. And Matt Olson makes a catch over the shoulder. Fires it back into the infield. Good defensive play by the Ice House. Turned and spinned on a dime. Flipped it to third. Not much of a chance that Kirk was going to get there. Tagging up from second. He's one of the slower runners you'll see in baseball, but good job by Matty to make sure that Kirk knows that he wasn't asleep at the wheel. So now a double play can get you out of this jam. We'd love to see a fairly quick inning after the beginning to this. Barger is the batter, the number 8 hitter. First pitch on the way, 95, blew it right by him. Up top, it's 0-1, excuse me. The 0-1. Brings it. Swing! Fouls it back, 95 miles an hour, back out of play, 0-2. So an 0-2 count. You know, the other advantage that Strider has, many of these batters have never seen him before. So this first time through the lineup, if he leans on that fastball, and it's not quite as where it was before, but he's still getting ramped up. The 0-2 misses outside and high, 1-2. That's 96 miles an hour. I don't expect him to be up in the high 90s until a few starts into the season. They're probably telling him to somewhat take it easy as well. The 1-2. Slider down and in. 2-2. 2-2. Tried to get him to go around. The 2-2. Swing, pops it up, back foul and out of play. We'll do it again. Strider looking for his third strikeout of the day. Runners at first and second. There is one out. The 2-2. Nowhere near the zone changeup. Full count. 2-2 count, or 3-2 count, excuse me. Before he went on the IL, that changeup was a nasty pitch. Payoff, swing, lifts it into center field, went out and got it. Going back on the track, making the catch at the wall is Michael Harris II. He'll have a high rainbow throw into third as the runners retreat. They win about halfway. 2 down. That changeup went right before he went on the IL last year and the year before. If you remember, his changeup would drop almost like a split change. That one looked pretty flat. First pitch on the way is a slider off the edge to Miles Straw. He's batting .379 on the year. 1-0. We hope to have Marcelo Zuna back by Friday, but I got to see that one to believe it. Remember, we were told the first day it was nothing to be concerned about. The 1-0 right there smacks the black. 1-1. Acuna did get approved to. He got cleared to do baseball activities, meaning he can start running and cutting and playing defense and all that kind of stuff. That was approved. last night that news broke. The 1-1 swing fouls it back. It's 1-2. We're sitting here on April 16th. If you play it forward, my guess would be somewhere within the next month you may see Acuna. The big question will be, how often will he play when he first comes back? The 1-2, down and away, 2-2. So if you remember last time when he came off the IL, and I do feel like that they rushed him back a bit, but nonetheless, he was playing about every other day for about a week or so. And then he would play 2 days and have a day off. They eventually worked him in where he was every day. The 2-2, swing, pops it up, back out of play. So a 2-2 count, deuces wild here in the second. 2 on, 2 out, a 2-2 count. Should be noted, Strider struck out the first 2 he saw. He hasn't struck out anybody since. The 2-2 brings it. Holds off on the slider, full count. Which now, Bo Bichette lingers on deck. If he can't get past Straw, he is about to throw his 45th pitch. We're only in the second inning. Payoff from Strider. He turns around. He might have the runner picked off, and he throws it into center field. Now, I don't know what in the hell he was doing there. That was mental error. It'll be E1. Turned around. He looked like he had the runner cut off, and he chucked it. That was as bad, if not worse, as the one that Bassett headed over to first base when Ozzie was standing there. Ozzie actually went down. I don't know why Ozzie went down. He acted like someone was standing right behind him. But anyways, a 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Whew! It didn't cost us, but I'm sure Spencer Strider's got egg on his face. We'll be back in a flash. 3 strikeouts so far. The Braves and Jays scoreless as we head to 3.
They say when you can't sleep at night, it's because you're awake in someone else's dreams. When I find out who you are, I'm going to punch you in the face.
While warming up for a game in 1983, Yankees player Dave Winfield accidentally hit a bird with a ball. After the game, he was actually taken to a local police station and charged with animal cruelty. Fortunately for Winfield, the charges were quickly dropped. In 1970, the Cardinals signed a catcher out of high school named Randy Poffo. He played in the minors for the Cardinals and the Reds for 4 years before quitting baseball. He instead pursued professional wrestling, where he became the legendary Macho Man Randy Savage.
G'day. Hi, it's Dean, calling from Cyprus.
Buongiorno, Dino.
My mate wants me to rub sun cream on his back.
Holy dooly.
A delicate matter, but a burnt wingman is useless.
So there are rules.
Okay.
Only put cream where he can't reach.
Between his shoulder blades.
The safe zone.
Anything else?
Whack it on thick, mate. Last thing you want to do is a second coach.
And remember, Dino, the following things are not permitted. Eye contact, scented candles,
power balance.
And do not apply if he's wearing budgie smugglers.
Are we all clear?
Crystal. Cheers, fellas.
No dramas.
Armchair.
Sale to a major league team seemed only weeks away, a sure sign of the success with which he hoped to win his father's favor. Then, Cobb got a telegram. His father was dead, shotgunned. Cobb's own mother had shot him. Her husband thought she was having an affair, and when he tried to slip into her bedroom window at night to trap her with her lover, she shot him twice. Later, she said, she had mistaken him for a prowler. My father had his head blown off when I was 18 years old by a member of my own family, Cobb told a writer when he was an old man. I didn't get over that. I've never gotten over it. 3 weeks after his father was killed, on August 30th, 1905, Ty Cobb played his first game for the Detroit Tigers.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way is a sinker right there at the knees to the Book of Eli. It's on 1. Nothing, your score. The 0-1. Down and in, sinker misses. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch misses just outside wide, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Swing, fouls it back. We'll do it again. The 2-2. Brings it. Misses high 3-2. If Eli can get on, he can cause havoc on the base paths. Alejandro Kirk, he's a decent defensive catcher, but he's not really known for a rocket arm. He's really in there because of his good bat. The payoff pitch. Outside wide, ball 4. So the Book of Eli will head on down to first. We'll see if we can get something going here with Orlando Arcia, who's 3 for 6 lifetime against Bassett. First pitch on the way is a swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Still skeptical on the start, but nonetheless, I understand that they want the defense in there. From the offensive standpoint, it might be 6 for 10 lifetime, but I mean, did all of those come when he was hot that one year? The 0-1 ball's chopped over towards short, cutting it off, backhanding it is the second baseman Jimenez. There's no way he's going to beat Eli to the base, so he will throw out Arcia at first. It'll be a 4-3 put out as he was left of the second base bag, but Eli does make it down to second base and into scoring position. That'll bring Michael Harris the second to the plate. First pitch on the way. Curveball just below the knees, but called for a low strike. It's 0-1. Money Mike has not been very money recently, batting just 188. He struck out swinging his first time up. The infield is back and to the right. The 0-1. Swing. Chases that one out of the zone. Pops it back. Fouls it, too. He has been scuffling, and I still contend they need to take him out of the leadoff position because he goes up and down, depending if it's a righty or left-hander. And it just seems like he's not at ease. When they keep him in that 6th spot, the 7th spot, somewhere in that neighborhood, he seems to get locked in. The 0-2, ball is high and out of the zone, 1-2. I know in a perfect world you'd love for Harris to get on early. He's got the speed, et cetera, but he does not hit well at the top of the order. And in a couple of weeks you're going to have Acuna come back anyways. You might as well put someone else up there. The 0-2, swing, just got a piece of it. We'll do it again. I contend Nick Allen would be a great leadoff man until Acuna comes back. You put him up there, you're not worried about him trying to drive anybody in if he's leading it off. He's getting on base a lot, and if he does get on base, he's got good speed, so he's not going to clog up the base paths. 0-2 count to Harris. He'll take his quick timeout. Bassett is just 42 pitches in, so he's okay on that front so far. Harris stands back in. Bassett brings it. Inside, strike 3, and that was a bad call by Bill Miller. That was up, and that was in. Crickets from the dugout. 2 away. That's a bad call. Now, I know Snicker probably can't see it from his vantage point, but that one was so... Even the Toronto broadcast is showing how far in and off the plate that was. That was an awful call. First pitch on the way is a splitter. up top for a strike. Question mark, it's 1-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. 90 right there on the outer cut. 0-2. Oh-2 count. Bassett brings it. Sinker down and away, 1-2. Eli White still standing at second. Riley trying to find a way to get him home. Any kind of blooper, anything that gets down in the outfield will score Eli with his speed. 1-2. Bassett steps off the bump for a second. No real advantage for Eli to steal third with his speed, knowing that he can score on just about anything. But they are playing extremely far back off the bag, so he could probably take it if he wants it. 1-2. Brings it. Inside, did he go around? They check down the line. He said he did. I'm not sure about that one, but that'll end the inning. You got Fairchild down there at first and Miller behind the plate. We didn't have a chance in this inning. We'll be back in a flash.
I'll try and break it down one more time. The fact that you are attracted to me and the mess that I am is the red flag.
Super marriage tip. If your wife is not cleaning the house as she should, let her know that you have friends coming over later that afternoon. After she gets done cleaning the house and it's all spotless, inform her that the friends canceled and wouldn't be coming. And
I dress cute. I smile at him. I even winked at him 2 times. You winked at him? And all I get back.
I was born and raised in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Actually, I was born in Illinois. My mother and father were on an oleomargarine run to Chicago back in 1934 because we couldn't get colored margarine in Wisconsin. On the way home, my mother was with child, me, and the pain started, and my dad pulled off into an exit area, and that's where the event took place. I remember it was a nativity-type setting. And I was immediately wrapped in swaddling clothes and put in the back of a 37 Chevy without a heater. And that was the start of this Cinderella story that you're hearing today. I signed a very modest $3,000 bonus with the Braves in Milwaukee, which I'm sure a lot of you know. And my old man didn't have that kind of money to put out. But the Braves took it. And from there on, it was baseball. Starting with the Braves in Milwaukee, St. Louis, where I won the World's Championship for them in 1964, to the Philadelphia Phillies, and then back to the Braves in Atlanta, where I became Phil Necro's personal chaser.
Look, I probably should have told you this before, but insanity runs in my family. Practically gallows.
Welcome back. First pitch on the way is fouled away by Bo Bichette, the leadoff hitter for the Blue Jays. It's 0-1. Bichette 0 for 1 with the strikeout, the 0-1. Slider down and away, 0-2. 1-1, excuse me. Braves nothing, Jays nothing, bottom of the third. Spencer Strider 47 pitches in. 1-1, swing, lifts it into left field. That's down for a base hit. That's going to get roasted up against the wall, and Bichette's going to have an easy double to start it off. De La Cruz got in Harris's way as he went to throw the ball, kind of an errant throw, but Bichette did not advance. He'll stand at second. I don't know what De La Cruz was doing. If the other guy beat you to the ball, get the heck out of the way. Nobody out. Runner at second. Here comes Vladdy. Strider looked great in the first inning and has struggled since. First pitch on the way. Fastball down and in. pops out of the glove of Sean Murphy. It's 1-0. Bichette stays put. Guerrero struck out his first time. 1-0. Misses high. Right there for a strike. It's 1-1. Chuck, you must just be joining us. We covered that earlier. Acuna, there's no real schedule for him to come back. He's hopefully back within the next month. The 1-1. Down and away, 2-1. He got cleared out in California this week, which means he can start doing baseball activities. But they haven't really laid out a time frame. And they may take their time with them. We may not see him back that fast. The 2-1 pitch, swing, roasted up the middle. That's a base hit, and that should be a run. Here comes Harris. He's not going to throw out Bichette as the ball comes to the plate. Throw up the line. And it's 1-0 Toronto. So 2 hard hit balls to start this inning. Getting way too high in the zone, way too much of the zone. That was batting practice right there for... Looked like that was the four-seamer, and he just slapped it right back up the middle. 1 on, nobody out, and Santander, the batter, he's 1 for 1 as he slapped one down the line the last time. First pitch on the way. The slider on the outer edge, it's 0-1. He got a double against the shift, and the Braves are still in that shift for whatever reason. Hopefully it'll pay off. The 0-1. Outside wide. Did he go around? They got the benefit of the doubt. It's 1-1. 1-1 count. Little home cooking here by the Blue early on. Righty lefty. Guerrero at first. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 93. But blew it right by him. 1-2. His fastball's down quite a bit from what we last saw, Strider. He may be just trying to control it a little better. You got a 1-2 count. Double play depth. Here's the pitch. Swing, pops it up. High in the sky. Who wants it? Coming in is De La Cruz. He'll make the catch. 1 away. Now a double play can get you out of the jam. Jimenez will be the batter. We'll see if they continue the over-exaggerated shift. It appears that they will. When Riley's playing your traditional shortstop, there's a huge hole to his right, and you can't really play much farther away because Arcia has a lack of range, so he's got to be able to get to second if you want to turn 2. First pitch on the way, runner goes. Here comes the throw. It looks like they got him. Arcia is telling Snick to challenge that. Right now, Vladimir Guerrero stole second. He didn't get a great jump. The throw was pretty good. He looks to be out, but we'll have to see a better... I mean, it looks like they got him. You kind of need another angle. I don't know if they have one that's above, but it looks like they got him. His helmet flew off and it was safe. It went over the bag in time. It looks like they are going to challenge this. They keep showing the same 2 angles, one from the front, one from behind. There's usually one above, but I don't see that one being shown on either feed. There's even a better angle being shown on the Toronto replay, and he definitely hit his arm as he went by. If they use that one, they will definitely call him out. The Braves replay is basically showing you the worst angle possible over and over again. He is out, so they must use the replay that Toronto is showing. It's one of the reasons why I use multiple angles when I do these broadcasts, because you just never know who's going to show what. So a good throw down there to second by Sean Murphy gives you your second out of the inning. We could get out of this quickly if they can get Jimenez. The 0-1 swing pops it back foul. It's 0-2. Strider at 58 pitches. So once again, it's going to be tough to get him through 5 innings at this rate. The 0-2 swing rattles it back foul. Doing it again. The one thing that I do remember, even back in his heyday, before his injury, Spencer Strider usually struggled early. He did it all the time. I remember a lot of broadcasts we did where you faced the Mets, and then he would settle down in the middle innings. The 0-2 swing, that ball's lifted into center, coming over, making the catches, Money Mike, and that'll end the inning. So they get a run, but it could have been a heck of a lot worse. We'll head to the top of 4, grab the sticks. We need to get Spencer some help. It's 1-0 here in Toronto.
All I'm saying is there are women all over the place that watch serial killer documentaries for fun and literally fall asleep to true crime murder podcasts because it helps them to relax.
Super marriage tip. In order to show your wife that you are great in remembering details, let her know when her hair reminds you of your ex-girlfriend. She will be shocked at your amazing memory.
During every player's career, there comes a time when you know that your services are no longer required, that you might be moving on, traded, sold, released, whatever it may be. And having been with 4 clubs, I picked up a few of these tips. I remember Gene Mauch doing things to me at Philadelphia. I'd be sitting there and he'd say, grab a bat and stop this rally. Send me up there without a bat and tell me to try for a walk. Look down at the third base coach for a sign and have him turn his back on you. But you know what? Things like that never bothered me. I've set records that will never be equaled. 90% I hope are never printed. 200 lifetime batting average in the major leagues, which tied me with another sports great, averaging 200 or better for a 10-year period. Don Carter, one of our top bowlers. In 1967, I set a major league record for pass balls, and I did that without playing every game. There was a game, as a matter of fact, during that year when Phil Niekro's brother and he were pitching against each other in Atlanta. Their parents were sitting right behind home plate. I saw their folks more that day than they did the whole weekend.
Let's talk about buttered sausage. Talk about buttered sausage, where it comes from, what it does. Why is it doing what it's doing? Get it out of my face.
Welcome back. Matt Olson, the batter. So we start the 4th inning. First pitch is a cutter on the outer edge. It's 0-1. Chris Bassett in the kitchen sink that he's throwing 8 different pitches. Have the Braves scoreless here as we start the 4th inning. The 0-1 slices it back foul. It's 0-2. In fact, the Braves are hitless. He's got a no-hitter going. Ozzie Albies did reach via the walk. So an 0-2 count. Kicks and fires. 91. Just misses high. 1-2. 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error for the Blue Jays. 0-0-1 for the Braves. The error on Spencer Strider. The 1-2. Swing. Fouls it back. One-two count. Matt Olson, who struck out in the first. Batting just 197 on the year. Here's the pitch. Swing! That ball slapped into left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Well, all right. First hit of the game, maybe that's more to come. Sean Murphy, the batter. First pitch on the way is inside. What? Called for a strike at least 2 to 3 inches off the plate. It's 0-1. Big Bill Miller, he has a hard time bending over there to see the strike zone, and he did not see it. The 0-1. Baltimore chopper high towards short. Bichette will easily get Murphy on the 6-3 putout. Olsen was leaning off the bag a little bit, so they tossed it back over to first. Murphy must have really been busting it down the line, because I expected Bichette to have all day to get a grounder even with the high chopper. Murphy really was hustling, because that was a lot closer than it should have been. Or expected to be, I guess I should say. Ozzie Albies the batter. Now a base hit could possibly score a run. The infield. Back into the right. First pitch on the way is a splitter up top. Misses high. One and 0. 1-0. 93 inside. 1-1. Braves nothing, Jays 1, top of the 4th inning. A getaway day here in Toronto. 1-1, outside, wide, 2-1. The Braves bats tend to struggle, especially in the early going of these day games in the middle of the week, but maybe with the roof being closed, they won't know the difference. The 2-1 count. Drops a teardrop curveball right there. 2-2. The 2-2. Fifth pitch of the at-bat. Swing! That ball's lifted into left field. Should be an easy play into left. It is. For out number 2. So 2 down, and Drake Baldwin, your batter. First pitch on the way to Drake is a sinker up top for a strike. It's 0-1. Baldwin 0 for 1 with the strikeout.
You're in Braves country.
The 0-1. Bassett looking at Olsen like he might go. Swing and a miss. Strike at the top. It's 0-2. Let him keep thinking that. Matt Olsen stealing with 2 outs. Snicker very rarely says much. Olsen would probably get an earful if he got thrown out with 2 outs at third, especially with his speed or lack thereof. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Chased a curveball well below the zone. That'll end the inning. Bassett dances out of danger. He has given up just 1 hit, no runs. We go to the bottom of 4, see if Spencer's still for hire.
Look here, you ain't a snack if everybody's had a bite. You're a free sample.
Darling, correct me if I'm wrong, but at some point in your life, perhaps when you were a child, someone took you aside and said, you are important. You have something important to say. People are dying. They're clamoring to hear your opinion. Did that happen, darling? Well, if so, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but they lied to you. Nobody cares. Your opinion is worthless. It's trash. Keep it to yourself.
With people like Negro, and this was another thing that I found easy way out. To catch a knuckleball was to wait until it stopped rolling and then just pick it up. There were a lot of things that aggravated me too. My family is here today. My boys, my girls, my kids used to do things that aggravate me too. I'd take them to a game and they'd want to come home with a different player. You know, people have asked me a lot of times, because I didn't hit a lot, we all know that, how long a dozen bats would last me. Depending on the weight and the model I was using at that particular time, I would say 8 to 10 cookout. But there are, again, as I said, tips that you pick up when the Braves were going to release me. It's a tough time for a manager, for your family, for the player, to be told that you're never going to play the game again. And I can remember walking in the clubhouse that day, and Luman Harris, who was the Braves manager, came up to me and said there were no visitors allowed. So again, I knew I might be moving on. But that's when the baseball career started as a broadcaster. I remember working first with Milo Hamilton and Ernie Johnson, and I was all fired up about that too, until I found out that my portion of the broadcast was being used to jam Radio Free Europe. And I picked up a microphone one day and my mic had no cord on it, so I was talking to nobody.
Welcome back. Spencer Strider misses the first pitch here in the fourth inning to Alejandro Kirk. It's 1-0. Righty-righty matchup. 1-0. 95 right down the pipe. 1-1. Kirk is 1 for 1 on the year. Pitch on the way. Misses outside, 2-1. 2-1 count. Here's the pitch. Down and away. 3-1. Three-one count. Strider comes set. Fastball right there. 3-2. Sometimes it just seems like they get too cute. Trying to dance all the different pitches back and forth. He has had that fastball working when he's gone to it. Payoff pitch. Check swing foul. Fastball high in the zone. We'll do it again. He's consistently hitting around 95 on that fastball, so it's not like it's a lollipop he's throwing in there. Payoff to Kirk. Swing. That ball's ripped over towards Ozzie. The ball did hit the turf. He'll flip it over to first, so it's a 4-3 put out. He just skipped. Ozzie almost looked like Ozzie may have caught that, but threw it over to first just in case. You're reading his lips. I'm thinking that Arcia asked him, did he catch it? And he's saying no, so it must have just hit the ground in front of him. First pitch on the way is a slider right there for a strike to Roden. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Brings it down and in. 1-1. 1-1 count. Swing. That ball's belted into right field. Going back on the track, making the running catch is Eli White for out number 2. He hasn't really had the strikeout game going today, but he is through 3 2/3 with just 1 run given up. First pitch on the way is a 4-seam fastball. Swing and a miss strike. It's 0-1. 0-1. Misses high, 1. One from Strider, his 73rd of the day. Swing pops it up. One and 2. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got his 4th strikeout of the day. We'll be back in a flash. We go to the 5th. De La Cruz, White, Arcia are coming to the plate.
Foreigners! I f***ing hate foreigners. It's such bull. Like they don't know how to tip. Oh, they know. Oh, yeah, they f***ing know.
I don't know why you have to get dressed before me.
Leave me alone.
You know good and well that
I'm trying to enjoy my bacon and eggs.
you haven't got bacon and eggs.
You reckon?
Super marriage tip. When your wife makes a mistake, consistently remind her about it. She will be grateful for you for bringing it up on a consistent basis as a means to help her better herself.
But you know, of all the things that I've done, this has always been number one, baseball. The commercials, the films, the television series. I could never wait for everything to get over to get back to baseball. And to all of you baseball fans around America and any place else, for your letters, your thoughts, your kindness for all of these years. It's been a great run, but number one has always been baseball for me. No matter what else I ever did, baseball was the only way I wanted to go. I thank you very much for your attention today. Thank you for having me, and congratulations to everybody here. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
Hey, I think you should diet.
What?
Just think it's time for you to diet.
Can you explain?
It'll probably boost your self-esteem. You probably feel a lot better.
Uh-huh.
I mean, most women at this point get tired of it.
Tired of what?
Tired of the blonde hair. I mean, aren't you ready for like brunette or even red? I like redheads. I mean, you've been talking about it.
Oh, I thought I was gonna murder you today.
Welcome back to Braves Country Baseball. Braves trail 1-0. We go to the top of the 5th inning. De La Cruz leads us off. First pitch on the way. Swing and a miss strike. Bassett, his 64th of the day. Sinker on the outer edge. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Brings it. Fists it high and out of play. 0-2. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 away. So far, Bassett has definitely won this pitching matchup. 8 strikeouts, 4 1/3, 1 hit, the Braves. He has had 2 walks. Strider with 4 hits allowed, just 4 strikeouts and 1 earned run. That'll bring Eli White to the plate. Eli, first pitch on the way is a sinker outside wide. It's 0-1. He's one of the guys that worked his way aboard. He walked his first time up. The 0-1. Sweeper drifts in and just grabs the inner part of the dish. So an 0-2 count. Swing just got a piece of it. The 0-2. Bassett comes set. Swing! That ball's foul back. We'll do it again. 0-2. Misses down. 1-2. Bassett at 70 pitches. One-two count. 94 misses high. 2-2. The 2-2. Way outside, wide ball, 3-2. Eli White trying to work his way aboard. The 3-2 pitch, swing, and that ball's going to get down for a base hit. Good at bat, actually great at bat by Eli White. He works his way aboard. After falling down behind the count 0-2, he gets a cement mixer that he can slap on the outer edge into left field. His speed, he's always in scoring position. Orlando Arcia takes the first pitch outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Arcia now 3 for 7 lifetime versus Bassett. 1-0. Bassett flips it over to first to keep Eli close by. Of course, remember, he tossed it into the well wide of first base when he tried to pick off a runner earlier in the game in Ozzie. 1-0. Right there. 2-0. Count. Brings it. Swing! That ball's ripped into left field. That's down for a base hit. We got runners on first and second, 1 out. Arcia now 4 for 8 lifetime against Bassett. Go figure. So first and second, 1 out. Double play is in order. Michael Harris, the second, the batter. Righty-lefty matchup. He's 0 for 2. The first pitch, swing. Fouls it back. It's 0-1. Chase went a little out of the zone. You'd like to see him lay off this pitch because even if you connect with that, you're at best you're hitting a pop-up. The 0-1. Outside wide. 1-1. When he's really hitting well, Michael Harris the second gets it, like most left-handers, down and in. When he chases those ones high and outside, he gets himself into trouble. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Chase went off the plate. 1-2. Standing on deck is Austin Riley. You'd like to at least stay out of the double play here if Michael can't come through. If he does, we've been waiting to play a soundbite for him, but it's been a while. The 1-2 swing. That ball's belted down the line, but plenty foul. They threw the splitter. He was way out in front. He could have kept that thing straight. That probably leaves the building. If not, it's right up against the wall. The 1-2 to Harris. High and outside, 2-2. Harris thought about offering towards it, but he did lay off. Deuce is wild, 2 on. A 2-2 count. Bassett comes set. delivers. In the dirt, the ball gets away. That ball's going to bounce away, and both of the runners are going to go up 90 feet, which takes you out of the double play depth. The defense, see what they do here if they decide to play back, or if they play back, a ground ball would score Eli White. Looks like they're going about halfway. The payoff pitch from Bassett brings it. Swing, fouls it back. Cutter high and out of the zone. We'll do it again. Bassett at 83 pitches now. Runners at second and third. One out. The payoff. Swing and a miss. Chased a curveball well off the plate. I mean a foot off the plate. 2 down. Just got to take him out of that leadoff position. I don't know why they don't get that. You see it night after night. He just swings a different bat when he's in the middle of the order. Austin Riley will come to the plate. Maybe he can come through. He's been red hot, but law of averages eventually bend back against you. First pitch on the way to Riley is a sweeper outside wide. It's 1-0. If Riley can keep the line moving, Matt Olson stands on deck. Second and third, 2 outs, and now the defense is back, so you don't get that advantage. The 1-0. Misses high, 2-0. 2-0 count. Bassett brings the 2-0, misses outside. Called for another wide strike by Big Miller. That was at least 2 inches off the plate. Still crickets from the dugout. The 2-1. Bassett steps off the mound for a second. Kirk wants to come out there and talk to him. Might be going over strategy, and they're not seeing eye to eye, so Bassett called him out to talk about it. Runners at second and third and 2 outs. The tying run 90 feet away. So time is called back in. I always think about this. Miller put the back in play signal up long before anyone headed back to the plate. Why doesn't Eli just take off like a bat out of hell? Because there's no way Alejandro Kirk and Bill Miller are beating Eli to home plate. The 2-1. Swing and a miss. Chase one well inside. Sinker under his hands. 2-2. Deuce is wild. 2 on, 2 out. A 2-2 count to Riley. The infield is back and to the left. The 2-2. Swing, just got a piece of that curveball. It's really hard to pinpoint Bassett because, like I said, he is a kitchen sink pitcher, and he's got control of all the pitches. He throws 8 different pitches. Primarily the sinker, cutter, curve, and a bit of the split, but he's got 8 pitches, the 2-2. Check swing, went around, strike 3, probably was in the zone anyways. Riley was just absolutely buckled by that pitch. We'll be back in a flash. Braves trail by 1, but they did get the pitch count up high on Bassett.
People ask me why I don't want any more kids. They ask me, which one was the hardest one? Which one was it? My mother-in-law's kid was the hardest one.
Can minimalism just die already? I'm trying to buy a computer desk, and I'm not a 70-year-old divorce attorney or the judge from my cousin Vinny, so my only other options are a piece of wood with 2 pin legs. And this is every piece of furniture made these days. What happened to storage? I got to hide. I got skeletons in these closets. Doesn't anyone else miss when furniture could cover up how chaotic your life was? One of the greatest presidents in United States history was able to hide the fact that he was in a wheelchair thanks to the back of a desk. Not to mention all the other great things presidents were able to achieve thanks to not being able to see what was behind a desk.
Super marriage tip. When your wife is angry and starts to raise her voice at you, just tell her to calm down. She will come to her senses, realize she should not be angry, and calm right down.
In baseball, you can't always explain why you feel the way you do about certain players.
From the New York Yankees, number 23, Don Mattingly.
I think it's probably very hard to think of baseball in the 1980s where he isn't the face of it.
He's as good a player as I have ever seen in my career.
Way back goodbye.
Anytime Donnie gets to the plate, the pitchers were like, oh, God, not him again.
Deep to right, Mattingly will put the Yankees out in front.
You saw a person who turned himself into as great a first baseman as there was in that era.
Well, one of the reasons I won 2 Gold Gloves in New York was because of Don Mattingly.
That's why he is a Gold Glove first baseman.
We just called him Donnie Baseball because he was what baseball personified. The way he carried himself, the way he comported himself.
Appreciate it. Good luck.
It just seemed perfect. I mean, the whole package, the eye black.
Players suck. They're entitled.
Welcome back. First pitch is a curveball inside to Barger. 1-0. Righty lefty, the 1-0. Swing and a miss, changeup. Down and in. 1-1. That is by far, though it wasn't in the zone, the best movement of any changeup he has thrown today. The 1-1. 95 misses. 2-0. Strider at 77 pitches, so not likely to go out there for a 6th inning. We just hope to get him here through the 5th. The 2-1. Just misses. 3-1. So a 3-1 count. Toronto 1, Braves nothing. Swing! That ball's rattled off the face mask. Bill Miller. Sean Murphy gets up to check on him. Probably asks him, maybe that'll clear up his vision. Smacked him right in the side of the umpire mask off to his left side. Ball jetted away. More of a grazing shot off the foul tip. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. 5th strikeout of the day. 1 down. 1 away. Strider still has that look. In fact, even after that strikeout, he shook his head looking back to his infield, kind of like saying, I just don't have it yet. 1 down. His 500th strikeout for his career of Striders. Hopefully many more to come. First pitch on the way to Straw is a 95-mile-an-hour missile high and out of the zone. It's 1-0. Miles Straw, 0 for 1 on the day. There's a left-hander warming up in the Toronto bullpen, so that's interesting. 1-0. Right there for a strike. 1-1. And if you're looking forward to it, Matt Olson does lead off the 6th inning, so that might be it for Bassett. We'll take that any day of the week. The 1-1. 95. Called for a ball, but that's the same spot that Big Bill Miller has been calling a strike all day long against Braves hitters. The 2-1 count. Straw bangs it into left field. Coming over, making the catch is De La Cruz for out number 2. Strider at 84 pitches. He went 90 in the outing in Gwinnett. I would tend to think, come hell or high water, this is his last inning. I doubt they shove him back out there to get one more batter like they'll do sometimes, considering the fact that Strider coming off of that major injury. First pitch on the way to Bichette. He swung on, pops it up. Maybe not. He's going to be at 85, so maybe, but probably not. That'll end the inning. 1, 2, 3. We head to the 6th inning. The Braves trail 1-0.
People ask me why I don't want any more kids. They ask me, which one was the hardest one.
I got some green paint and I found a snake. Great. Why? The snakes, because I don't remember where we landed on St. Patty, but I remember snakes were involved. And the green paint's for the beer.
Okay, love the snake. But why not just use food coloring for the beer?
Because beer's not a food. When was the last time you ate a beer?
When was the last time you drank paint? Have you been drinking paint?
No.
Let me see your tongue. Oh my God, dude! You can't drink paint.
I know. I hear you.
You say that, but I don't think that you're going to stop.
I get it, though, man. That's right.
I feel like you're saying you get it, but you don't get it.
It's cool.
It's not cool.
In year 2, in March of 73, you end up in the Final Four. I mean, year 2 in the Final Four, and you face the great UCLA Bruins and John Wooden.
Well, I've never been a Wooden fan, Now,
that's like almost heresy.
And not to me, it isn't. Wooden had a guy named Sam Gilbert. And
he kind of did the dirty work.
Not kinda.
Okay.
Sam Gilbert was the #1 recruiter for UCLA. But from then on, I don't respect Wooden because he allowed Sam Gilbert to do whatever it took to recruit kids. And one time he told me, he said, I just didn't know how to deal with Sam Gilbert. And I'm saying to myself, well, I damn sure should have dealt with him.
I think he was the perfect face of the Yankees at the time. He was the captain of the Yankees, and you could just sense that even opponents respected him.
He was as good as there was. He was the captain of the team. I mean, he had to set the example. He was the guy that everybody looked up to.
Everything he did in his career, he was exemplary of how to be a Yankee. You had no choice but just to kind of look up, to him and trying to emulate what he was doing.
It wasn't about Donnie. It was about the team. Donnie didn't want to jump out to the forefront of all the limelight.
He gives you that impression that he's here to work. He rolls his sleeves up. He doesn't want to shortcut anything. It's blue collar. He never lost the Midwest.
Braves Country Radio, your home for the classic call of Braves Country Baseball. Hi, folks. We are back. It will be Brendan Little coming in to face Matt Olson, so the day is done for Chris Bassett. First pitch on the way is a sinker right there at the knees. It's 0-1. Bassett's numbers, 5 innings, 10 strikeouts, 2 walks, 3 hits. Good riddance. Get out of here. The 0-1. Down and in. 1-1 count. Lefty, the pitch, down and in, 1-2. I'm thinking he's saying that Olson went around. That pitch was down off the plate. I hope he's not calling that an actual strike. That was his knuckle curve. One, 2 count. Little the lefty brings it. In the dirt, 2-2. Braves nothing, Toronto 1, top 6. The 2-2. Swing and a miss. Chase that knuckle curve. That's a nasty pitch to a left-hander. 1 away. Murph will be the batter now. Lefty-righty matchup. The first pitch on the way to Smurf. He swings the knuckle curve down around his shoe tops. It's 0-1. They cannot lay off of that pitch. And it's almost comical. It's just floating in there. And takes a steep dive towards the feet. The 0-1 down and in 1. 1-1 count. We saw a little earlier in this series. The 1-1. Sinker down and in. 2-1. Sinker really has an appearance more of almost like a change. Doesn't have the sharp sink, but it does bottom out. 2-1 to Smurf. Down and in, 3-1. He has a strikeout and 1 strike on Smurf. He's only hit the zone once. These have all been swing and misses. The 3-1 to Smurf. Right there at the knees. 3-2. It's a check swing by Murph, but it did look like it grabbed the zone. Little, former Chicago Cub, has a 4-pitch mix. It's a 3-2 pitch. Misses outside, ball 4. He's got a sinker, a curve, a cutter. He used to throw his slider, but they haven't seen it this year. They said he's been getting away from it. So you're pretty much going to see that curve and sinker as his main 2 pitches. He throws the cutter in there, which is his version of a fastball, just to keep you honest. Ozzie Albies the batter. Of course, he has more power from his right side, so we'll see what happens here. First pitch on the way. It's coming out of his shoes, swinging a miss at the sinker. It's 0-1. Runner at first, 1 out. Braves continue to put base runners on, just can't do anything with it. Brewers lead the Tigers 4-1 in the 6th. The 0-1. Skips up to the plate, and Ozzie swings at it like he's playing cricket. It's 0-2. Twins lead the Mets 2-0 in the 6th inning. Cardinals 3-1 over the Astros in the 6th. The 0-2. In the dirt, ball gets away, and Murph will get up to second base. We don't get to play that soundbite very often when Murph is on the base paths, so we'll go ahead and do it now. Ball just kind of kicked away and far enough away where Murph, it's actually a good jump by Murph. If he hesitates, he's not going to be able to go. So Kirk did a great job of jumping to his feet and corralling the ball. The infield is back and to the left. The 1-2, down and away, 2-2. Many as he's thrown in the dirt, if he can bop another one in the dirt and Ozzie doesn't swing at it, we could have Smurf get into scoring position, which would force Toronto to bring the infield in. Standing on deck is Drake. Now I wonder if he'll bat here, the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Good night, Irene. Well out of the zone on that one. 2 away. Ozzie outmatched on that at bat. He had his hips open like he's wanting to pull a pitch that was about a foot off the plate. And even if he does make contact with that, he's going to nub it over to first. They will keep Baldwin in. First pitch on the way to Drake is down below the knees, well below the knees. Called a strike by Big Bill Miller. It's 0-1. That is a terrible call. And crickets from the dugout. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, it's 0-2. Totally changed the at-bat there. If you're sitting there at 1-0 with De La Cruz on deck, you really have command of this at-bat. Instead, you go down 0-2 because you're swinging out of your shoes. The 0-2 in the dirt, that ball kicks away. Murph this time will stay put. A little closer throw to third for Kirk. I don't know what it's going to take for them to actually grow a backbone and contest some of these terrible calls from the dugout. It's not the player's job to do it, it's the manager's. You can even assign one of your bozo managers, one of the ones you don't care if he gets kicked out, say, get kicked out today. 1-2, caught looking, strike 3. All that was set up by the terrible first call strike by Big Bill Miller. We'll be back in a flash here on Braves Country.
Well, I'm feeling quite well rested. Some might say I slept like a baby. But that one, it's never made no sense to me. I've had 3 of those, and I don't recall a lot of sleeping.
I have contained my rage for as long as possible, but I shall unleash my fury upon you like the crashing of 1,000 waves! Begone, vile man, begone from me! A starter car! This car is a finisher car! A transporter of gods! The golden god! I am untethered and my rage knows no bounds!
My mom asked me, she said, if you took a shot for every bad decision you've ever made, would you be sober, would you be tipsy, or would you be wasted? I said, I'll be dead.
Little manager card, and you think you're so cool just because you write the schedule and you get to tell us what to do, when in reality, you know you're not even worth a bit of the
For Donald Arthur Mattingly, home has always been here, Evansville, Indiana, a city of about 120,000 people in the southwest corner of the state.
I was never looking to, move to Manhattan or move to LA. I was like, this is a place I come, I can get away. I grew up in this house on the left here. Everything seems so much smaller now. It seemed so big before.
It's here where Don Mattingly, the youngest of 5 kids in his family, began excelling at sports at an early age. He'd become a 3-sports star in high school, but it was on the baseball diamond where he fell in love with the idea of being great.
It was a pleasure to coach him. He'd hit 2 or 3 hours before practice. Of course, we'd practice about 3 hours, too. I never seen anybody that worked any harder than he did.
Fly ball. That looks to be in the gap over the left way over Ben White. On his way to third with his second triple of the ball game.
If you want to stop me, you're going to have to
Well, we played that clip because Strider is back out there for another inning. First pitch on the way is a slider out there for a strike. It's 0-1. This may be short-lived. If you look at the Toronto lineup, Santander is next. So we'll see how this goes. And then you have the left-handed Jimenez. The 0-1 right there for a strike. 1-2. He's at 87 pitches. In theory, he could go a little longer, but the next 3 guys, I believe, are left-handed. The 0-2. If they want to bring a lefty out of the pen is my point. Pitch on the way. Curveball down and away. 1-2. Be cool to see him get that 6th strikeout. That was the over-under out in the desert today. One-two count. Brings him. 96 inside. 2-2. I don't think that was a brushback pitch. I think that was more of him trying to sneak one in. The 2-2. Misses high. 3-2. So a 3-2 count. What could possibly be his last pitch. He's at 90. His last batter he faces for sure. The payoff pitch. Swing, rifles it back foul. Do it again. The payoff pitch. Swing! That ball's blasted. It's gone. It's a 2-0 game. Hanging slider from Strider. And the lead is doubled 2-0. Now, I understand what they were trying to do, but probably was a bit greedy as usual, sending him back out there for another inning. He's been struggling all game long, and his face said it all in the middle of last inning. Santander will be the batter, but whether or not he'll face him, it's a different story. That ball was cranked over the wall. His first home run at home. Well, first home run of the year, and also first home run at home since he signed that $500 million deal. They will let him face Santander. Okay. First pitch on the way, 94 outside. It's 1-0. Santander, 1 for 2 on the day, hit a double his first time up. The 1-0. Kicks and fires. Changeup misses the plate, 2-0. In a perfect world, he gets a quick 3 outs here and gets a quality start, and that would be a boost to his confidence, even though he would leave the game trailing. The 2-0. 94, nowhere near the zone. Ball 3. And he looks like he's just absolutely spent. He's thrown 95 pitches. It's his 6th inning of work. Both are highs. He's not gone this far in the spring. 3 goes, swing and a miss, 3-1. 3-1 count. You've got a rested bullpen. I mean, they put Zach Thompson out there yesterday to eat the last few innings. Three-1 count. Ball 4. That's 96 pitches. No, excuse me, 97. And Snicker will finally waddle out there and go get him. Day late and dollars short, as he never should have been sent back out there. Little greedy as usual. But he'll be back in a flash. Braves trail 2-0. We'll see if the bullpen can get us back in it.
So how do you know when a woman's about to say something smart?
Oh, I can't wait to hear this.
When she starts by saying, "A man once told me."
Yep.
Haha, how many men does it take to open a beer?
None. It should already be open when you bring it to me.
Bro, you gotta talk to me.
I'm not talking to you anymore this morning. It's already started. You started. It's Monday morning. I'm done with you.
You know he's not real.
He is.
He's not real.
How is he not real? Everyone has seen him.
They seen a big hairy man?
Sasquatch is real. I'm going to be the first one to prove it. I'm telling you now, everyone's seen him. People just can't catch him. And you know what? You're just sitting there going, oh, he's not real, because no one's ever found a body. You know why?
Why?
They don't die.
What do they sound like, do you know?
I didn't know what they sound like, but I haven't met one in person yet. But I'm going to be the first one to catch him.
Mattingly was picked by the New York Yankees in the 19th round of the 1979 draft, the 493rd player selected. But he'd quickly establish himself as a prospect in the minors, even if some teammates doubted he had a real future in the game.
Donnie wasn't one of those wow guys when you first saw him. He was a gangly, kind of long-necked guy that kept the bat in the zone a long time, and I kept looking at him and I said, this is that guy they're talking about. Didn't run particularly well, but was a great base runner. I had an average arm at best from the outfield, but could really throw at first base. And then the more you're around him, the more you go, yeah, I see what they're talking about. He was relentless in his pursuit of being as good as he's capable of being. In a lot of ways, he did a lot for my career because, I played 7 or 8 years and I went, okay, he's going to play first base for the Yankees or left field. We were both playing both. And I said, I'm not. So I got to find something else to do. So thanks, Donnie, for I get on with my career.
I don't deserve this. I don't deserve this pain and suffering and hurt that this team has bestowed upon me for 28. I don't deserve this. I don't deserve this hurt. I don't.
Welcome back, Dylan Lee, your pitcher. First pitch on the way, lefty-lefty matchup is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, it's 0-2. So an 0-2 count. Dylan Lee, here comes the pitch. Swing, bangs it over to second. Ozzie has to wait on the ball as Santander cruises by. He'll flip it to Arcia, get the lead runner, but no way you're going to double that up. One down. Perfect double play ball, except it was hit so softly. You were just never going to get 2 turned on that one. First pitch on the way to Kirk is a bending slider right there for a strike. It's the 0-1. Lefty-righty matchup. Kicks and fires. Change-up on the outer edge. 1-1. 1-1 count. Looking for that double play ball from Lee. He flips it over to first to keep the runner close by. Braves still trail only 2-0. Now it is getting late. We only have 3 more innings, but if we can keep it right here, we can definitely get back in it. They've been knocking on the door all day long. Just cannot get the big hit. Runners in scoring position continue to be a problem with this Braves offense. Time is called. Murph will go out there and talk to Lee. One count. Lee kicks and fires. Right there, 94 miles an hour. 1-2. Good pitch. Kirk is 1 for 2 with a single. Standing on deck is Roden. Now, whether or not they'll pinch it for him. Twins, by the way, lead the Mets 3-0, so good news on that front. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Lee fires the ball down to second as the runner goes. The throw is high and away from Ozzie. Good job by Ozzie Albies to keep it from going to the outfield. So you got 2 outs, but now a runner is in scoring position. Looked like the hit and run is on. They were banking on the fact that he was probably going to throw that slider. And he did. Tough play there for Murph to try to get that runner. Never really had a chance, but a valiant effort. First pitch on the way is swung on and belted by Roden down the right field line, excuse me. And it is just foul. That ball was smoked. It's 0-1. It's a hanging slider on the outer edge, and you couldn't have put it on a tee better than that. It missed the foul pole. They don't have a true pole. It's more of a netting, but it missed it by about 3 or 4 feet to the right side. It's kind of hard to pick up on when you're looking for it. It doesn't stand out like your traditional foul pole. Guess they do that so it's a better view for the fans. If you're a Toronto fan, though, wouldn't you try to stretch that thing as far as you could when your guy's batting? You go 1. Slider on the outer edge. It's 1-1. 1-1 count. Lee comes set, brings it. Slider misses high and out of the zone 2. The 2-1. Lee's going to spin around and chase the runner back to second base. On deck is Clement. The 2-1 pitch. Lee fires it. Swing! Slaps it back foul. Another hanging slider by Dylan Lee. He's got to get that pitch down. If not, it's going to get belted again. The 2-2. Lee looking back the runner, brings it. Slider outside the zone. This time it is a little down. 3-2. Full count. Dylan Lee, 13th pitch of the inning. Swing, pops it back foul. Little jam shot. Do it again. Full count, payoff pitch. In the dirt, ball 4. So runners at first and second now, 2 outs. If you're just joining us, Toronto scored 1 here in the 6th off a home run by Vladimir Guerrero Jr. off of Spencer Strider. They scored 1 in the 3rd. First pitch on the way to Clemens, down and in, swing and a miss. It's 0-1. No runs, 3 hits, 1 error for the Braves. 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error for the Blue Jays. The 0-1 smacks the black on the outer edge. It's 0-2. Bassett finished with 10 strikeouts. Strider, only 5 through 5. The 0-2. Swing, rips it down the left field line. Just foul. He was a week out in front of that one. Smoked that pitch down the side. Ball boy for the Toronto Blue Jays grabs it and hands it to a young fan. That thing almost ate him up. That ball boy looks extremely close to being a Spencer Strider doppelganger. An 0-2 count. Lefty, righty. Here's the pitch. Swing, pops it up. Will it stay in play? It is foul and will not stay in play. Bounces into the seats. We'll do it one more time. This will be Dylan Lee's 19th pitch of the inning, of the outing. Trying to keep it where it's at 2-0. The 0-2 swing and a miss, strike 3. Good job by Dylan Lee to come in and put out the fire, and that'll end the inning. We'll head to the 7th inning. The Braves bats have got to do something. Help Spencer Strider out for once. We'll be back in a flash.
Telling you to shut up because I have to concentrate what in the hell I'm doing.
I can't hear you.
Well, bull.
You have to talk loud. Why did I move to Los Angeles? That's an excellent question, darling, and I'm going to hit you with the cold hard truth. The fact of the matter is, I simply couldn't cut it in Ohio. Yes, that's right, darling. Everyone knows that thousands upon thousands flock every year to Ohio to pursue their dreams of becoming a big star. And unfortunately, I just couldn't cut the mustard. Yes, I could have purchased a 5-bedroom home on acres of land for $1.75, but no, I would prefer to spend an obscene amount of money on an apartment with popcorn ceilings. That's what I really love, darling, and I also really love sitting in traffic for hours at a time just to go 1.5 miles. That's the dream. I've had to let Ohio go. But if one day Ohio called, I'm not going to lie, darling, I'd be on the next flight out. They do have flights to Ohio, right? I'm pretty sure they do. Electricity? Sure, why not? Ohio, all the way.
Mattingly's talent and his tireless work ethic continued to lift his stock. And in the spring of 1982, he was invited to his first big league training camp. He was 20 years old.
Going to camp, I remember, I knew I wasn't making that team. I hadn't even played in AAA yet. But at the end of that year, I got called up. New York just kind of scared me. Coming from here, pulling into the stadium and living in that area, it was a big city. And so that part I was never really comfortable with. But I always felt like the field I was comfortable with.
Go outside, nerd. Get out. Go. I ain't got time to be distracted by your worthless chime-ins. Go on.
Welcome back. Trying to figure out who the guy is, but there is a umpire that had to be walked off the field in the Mets-Twins game. I think he was the first base umpire. Only catching the tail end of it because I'm doing this game. I saw it off into the background as the first pitch on the way to Kelnick. It was right there for a strike. The 0-1 is banged on the ground. It's 0-2. Anyways, I believe what happened was the first base umpire got a foul ball right to the face, and they had to walk him off the field. He appeared to be okay in theory. Sandlin throws a splitter out there to Kelnick, and he'll chase it off the plate and just get a piece of it. We'll do it again. This is a scary scene in Minneapolis. I was trying to look it up on X while we were in the break, but there weren't enough. First of all the beat writers at that game were taking a siesta because none of them were doing their job. But the 0-2, swing, fouls it back. Do it again. 0-2 count. Okay, it's Hunter Wendelstedt is who it was. Beamed by a foul line drive from Tyrone Taylor, the batter for the Mets. It came off his right-handed bat to first base. The 0-2 outside wide, 1-2. They had a whole team of guys covering him. When he finally came up, I realized it was an umpire. I thought it was a player because I didn't see it live. I was obviously paying attention to this game. Hopefully he's okay. The 1-2. Swing. Just got a piece of that. Stay alive. Would have been a strikeout if Kirk could have held on to it. It spun out of his glove. Kelnick trying to find any way to get on. He's on for De La Cruz. Eli White is standing on deck. The 1-2. Swing, chops it over to second. Easy peasy, 4-3 put out. Away. You can't convince me that Verdugo doesn't hit better than these clowns. I mean, doesn't matter who we put out there in the outfield between Kelnick and De La Cruz, they've become automatic outs, and yet we've got them in the middle of the order. Eli White comes on to try to get aboard. He's 1 for 1, been on base twice with the walk, to his credit. The sinker swung on and fouled straight back. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires inside. 1-1. 1-1 count. Joel, where is that out? I'll look for it. I'm not sure if it's the one we used to have. 1-1 swung on, is banged into the hole. That's going to get through for a base hit. Book of Eli gets on again. So we've got it on high visual quality, if that's what we're referring to. Well, flip it over now. First pitch on the way is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. It had been on high visual. I don't know if it reset itself with the issues they've had. The 0-1 count. It's one of the reasons why we don't fool with it, because what you're seeing on your screen now, they have a lot of problems with it loading. Righty-righty matchup. Pitch on the way. Right there for a strike on the outer edge. We'll do it again. Hey, good job, Joel. You froze the whole thing up. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Orlando Arcia down on strikes. A little dumbfounding. Once Bassett got out of the lineup, they should have set Arcia down. I mean, that is a pathetic at bat right there. We're going to reset this because Joel spit the bit. gave his bad advice. Hey, perfect time for a pitching change. We'll be back in a flash. We'll fix it. We'll be back. Braves, Jays. We trail by 2. Pitching change. Out of the state in 1895. The Detroit Creams, inspired by owner George Vanderbeck, who boasts the Western League team would be the cream of the league, lasts only one season. The club becomes known as the Tigers after Detroit Free Press editor Philip Reed headlines a story that reads, "Struthers Tigers showed up very nicely." The club's new moniker, still in use today, will carry over to the city's franchise into the new American League in 1901. On this date, 1935, with the band playing Jingle Bells at Boston Braves Field on a snowy day with freezing temperatures, Babe Ruth makes his National League debut, hitting a home run and a single off Giants legend Carl Hubble. The Boston Braves beat the New York Giants 4-2. And on this date in 1946, quote, "An apology to Braves fans. The management will reimburse any of its patrons for any expense to which they might have put for necessary cleaning of your clothing as a result of the paint damage," unquote. That local newspaper ad was a result of the newly painted grandstand seats not yet dried, and about 5,000 fans attending Boston's home opener against the Dodgers left Braves Field with green paint covering much of the clothing, an offer generating nearly 13,000 claims, including some from as far away as California and Nebraska. Welcome back. Waiting to fix what Joel told us to do and has screwed up the entire thing. First pitch on the way to Harris is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. And I'm looking at it. It really doesn't make much of a difference, so it's kind of dopey to even do. The 0-1. Righty-lefty matchup. Once it reloads, we'll get it to it, but it froze everything up. So an 0-1 count, which I think is why we never did it before. Pitch on the way, right there, well off the edge for a strike. Another terrible call by Bill Miller, 0-2. The 0-2. Outside wide, 1-2. The 1-2 count. Caught looking, strike 3. Get Harris out of the top of the order. He's a bum. We'll be back.
You're living in the past, man. You hung up on some clown from the 60s, man.
All right. I can't see you. Let me hear you. All one, a two, a three. Me out to the morning. Hey, me out to the night. Find me something up Cracker Jack. I don't care if I have to get back over.
Pierce Johnson's your batter. We're trying to get it back up after we fooled with that nonsense earlier. Apologize. I should have known better than to listen to a NARP. First pitch on the way is popped up. Pierce Johnson, F8 in your scorecard. One down. Bottom of the 7th. Braves trail 2-0. First pitch on the way is a slider on the outer edge. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. 1-0. So a 1-1 count. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Braves trail 2-0, bottom of the 7th. I'm going to get it up on another device. The 1-2. 2-2. 2-2 count. Kicks and brings it up top, 95 miles an hour. Did he go around? They said he did, but the ball hit the zone. Full count. So you got a full count. Pitch, 96. And he'll head on down to first. 1 on, 1 out. First pitch on the way is 95 right there at the knees. It's 0-1. Here we go. And keep that terrible idea at bay. It's 0-1. The 0-1. Kicks and fires. Misses high. 1-1. So a 1-1 count. Bichette, righty-righty matchup. Pierce Johnson's going to flip it around and throw it over to first. Runner at first. The 1-1, 1 out. The pitch to Bichette. Inside, 2-1. The 2-1. Right inside, misses. 3-1. So Pierce Johnson coming out of the pen, stumbling out the block. Braves trail 2-0. The 2-1 from Pierce. Called for a strike. The runner goes. Bad throw by Murph. Luckily, the runner was flat on his belly and the ball went out to the outfield. Harris backs him up. There will be another stolen base on Murph. I mean, not a terrible throw to throw down there. For once, it wasn't one of those bending pitches in the dirt. The payoff pitch. Swing, belts it. That ball smoked right down his throat. Going to go up against the wall. That'll be another run, and it's 3-0 Toronto. Runner at second, one out. Braves trail now 3-0, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. will come to the plate. First pitch on the way to Guerrero. He's up top. For a ball, it's 1-0. 1-0. Kicks and fires. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Don't want to get too much further behind here. Braves trail at 3-0. Only 2 more at bats left. This offense is just putrid without Marcell Ozuna in it. The 1-1. Just smacks the inner edge, 1-2. Guerrero doesn't like it. Can't say I blame him. That pitch was off the plate. 1-2 count. Righty-righty matchup. Kicks and delivers. Swing! Chases the curveball down the way. Made just enough contact to stay alive. The 1-2. Brings it. Swing, pops it up foul down the line. Out of play. Had plenty of distance, just couldn't stay straight. The 1-2 from Pierce. Way outside wide, 2-2. Standing on deck is Santander. The 2-2. Did he go around? Did not. Full count. Full count. Pitch on the way. Nowhere near the zone, ball 4, and Pierce Johnson has created himself quite a situation. He's already put a run across. He's got 2 runners on. He's only recorded 1 out. And this bullpen continues to unravel. Here comes Snicker. He'll go get him. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll see if we can get a double play or something to get out of this mess.
How much for an order of ribs?
$2.50.
$2.50? So I guess that's about 50 cents a rib, huh?
Yeah, about.
Let me get one.
One order ribs.
No. 1 rib. You got any soda?
$1.
Oh, come on now. Hey, check this out. Why don't you let me get a sip for 15 cents? Look the cup. Pour it in my hand for a dime. You got change for 100?
What have y'all done? What kind of world we live in where 2 make-believe characters can't even stay together no more? What was the problem, Mickey? Were you not bringing home enough cheese? Were you dipping your nose in somebody else's cheese? I'll tell you one thing, my son bet not find out about this. Do you know what it's going to do to his spirit when he find out 2 rats can't even stay together? He going to start questioning mommy and daddy's relationship.
95 years? I feel like my grandparents just broke up.
I'm just looking to get myself in the lineup somewhere. If I'm at first, right field, or left, it doesn't make much difference to me. Just the opportunity to get in the lineup satisfies me.
For a young Don Mattingly, finding an everyday spot in the 1983 Yankees lineup was an elusive pursuit. He was platooned all year long, splitting time between first base and the outfield. Then came 1984, and a mission to prove to his new manager he deserved a regular job.
Yogi's the manager, and I remember the first day he tells me, he goes, "You're going to be my swing man. You know, you come in there to play every day." I remember telling Yogi, I'm like, "Yogi, you get me in there, you're not going to be able to get me out."
He says, one thing you may find out, once you get me in there, you may not get me out. And I like that attitude on that for the kid.
And he goes, "Oh, okay, kid." You know, he does that, his little thing, he pats you on the back. But I remember I was playing more outfield.
Now Mattingly makes the catch, throw to the plate. They got him! Holy cow! What a throw by Mattingly!
Welcome back. Daysbel Hernandez is your pitcher. First and second, one out. He's got himself a jam that Pierce Johnson created. The 0-1 smack foul. It's 0-2. No 2 count. Braves trail. The 0-2 swing. Chops it foul. The 0-2 count. Hernandez, Daysbel brings it. 98 just below the knees. The 1-2, swing, chops it back up the middle. Arcia stands on second, fires it to first, and that'll end the inning. But not before we cough up another run. We head to the 8th. Trailing by 3. Let's get some runs, Braves country.
Ma'am, we've gone over every transaction in your account history. Transfer me to someone else. I no longer want to speak with you. You're not getting transferred again. You've already been transferred twice. I'm the supervisor, and there's nobody else that's going to give you any other information. I want to speak with someone higher than you. In that case, if you don't mind, close your eyes and bow your head for me. What? Father God, I leave you with my customer. She's not understanding and will lose more money than what you have in your account available for you.
This is girl math. So I bought this purse for $38, which means it was $30. I spent $200 at one store, but all the other stores we walked into, I didn't buy anything. So when you spread it out, that was good. You saved money. I saved money. We went to Sephora, and the lady at the cash said that if I spend $20, then I get 500 points, which is $10 off my next purchase. So I made money. I bought $20 in scratch tickets, and I won $70, so I made $70. Yeah, you made 70, not 50.
And I think they were trying all kinds of different people at first. Guys were making errors and weren't playing good defense. And I got in there and got like 3 or 4 hits.
That's a base hit. Mattingly's fourth base hit in the second run batted in this ball game.
And then I got in there again the next day and got 2 or 3 again. The next thing you know, I was just playing every day.
There's a smash. Stepped on first, one out to the plate. He's got it home. What a double play. How about that?
I hope I'm at first all the time. I think that's the best place for me. And really, it's not really much of an adjustment, but I've been playing there just basically all my life.
We knew he was the first baseman. As the year 84 went, you know that's going to be it.
Mattingly makes a play. They're going to try to score. They went for third, and he is out. Fine play by Don Mattingly.
Boy, you talk about a youngster playing first base.
There's no I in team, but there is a me.
Are you dyslexic?
I'm Caucasian.
First pitch on the way to Austin Riley. This is outside. It's 1-0. Righty-righty matchup, the 1-0. 94 drifts inside. 2-0. Garcia, the pitcher. You got Riley, Olson, and Smurf due up. The 2-0 pitch, swing, fouls it well back out of play. 2-1. Riley's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts after being on a tear. The 2-1 to Riley. Swing and a miss, chase one well out of the zone, 2-2. Braves 0. Toronto 3, top of 8. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike through, blew it right by him. He will get the golden sombrero on the way. They just blew it right by him. I mean, that pitch was in Kirk's mitt before Riley swung through on it. One down, and Matt Olson, who's 1 for 3 today, stands in. First pitch, 94 up top. It's 0-1. And now that you're in the 8th, and it's a 3-run game, and it's a day game, and it's a getaway game, it's getaway for the umpires too. Expect that strike zone to be pretty generous if it wasn't already. The 0-1, down and away 1. Twins are coughing up their lead. They led 3-0. It's now 3-2 versus the Mets. 1-1 misses to him. They're in the top of the 8th. The Mets are threatening. The 2-1 pitch. Inside, well off the plate. 2-2. Still crickets from the dugout. The Mets have tied it up, by the way. It's 3-3. Little Acuna just came home to score for the Mets to tie up the game against Minnesota. The 2-2. Caught looking, strike 3. Got to pull the trigger on that one, son. Just standing there, getting it jammed down your throat. 2 away. Good night, Irene. I don't know what they are waiting on that one. An invitation, a bus ticket to Swingville. 2 down. Sean Murphy, the batter. First pitch is down and in, misses. Actually called the ball, it's 1-0. Sean Murphy 0 for 2. Atlanta Braves today, only 4 hits. 1-0, right there for a strike. One count, swing and a miss, 96 off the edge. Murph down to his final strike. Garcia about to strike out the side here. The 1-2. Got him. Struck him out. 3 right down their throat, and the Braves go to the 8th, bottom of the 8th, trailing by 3. They can't even make contact today. We'll be back in a flash.
Explained to Red, chance to buy a house, etc., and escrow is going to close 4 days. I'm $3,500 short, and I'll work it off. I'll pay you back any way I can, etc. So he said, $3,500. Ain't got no small change on me right now, but calls his secretary over with a thumb snap and says, bring me my checkbook. So he's writing a check, Pat Morita, $3,500. And as he's writing, before he signs his name, he says, now look here, I don't want to hear about no papers, no payback, no interest, no IOU, no nothing. You want to pay me back? I know you're going to make it one day, son. You do this for somebody. Never forgot it. I've done it. Fortunately, I got to that place he predicted I was going to get to, and have helped a few people under the same condition.
Just a few months after becoming the Yanks' starting first baseman, he found himself in San Francisco, taking part in his first All-Star game. But there were still plenty questioning if he had all the tools he needed.
The knock on Donnie was he didn't hit home runs.
You know, I'd like to hit with some power. That's nothing that you can really try to get better at. Just thinking, hopefully I'm going to go stronger as I get older and hit with a little bit more power.
Well, yeah, he wasn't that type of hitter in the minors and when he first came up. But that's not what a guy is when he comes up. A player doesn't develop all by himself. You need support somewhere.
Mattingly would find it from a veteran teammate, Lou Piniella.
He was still playing, and he was kind of transitioning into coaching.
Right, just good enough to hit him over the 362 thing.
And he'd been working with me on like weight shift a little bit and bottom hand stuff. And I always put it in play, but I was kind of getting a carve a little bit. And Piniella taught me how to use my bottom hand. I started backspinning balls, and all of a sudden, balls I would just miss were going out of the ballpark.
There's a drive going deep to right field. Look out. It is going, it is going.
Daysbel Hernandez goes back out there to work. First pitch on the way is a fastball that misses. It's 1-0. It's followed up by a slider down and in. 2-0 to Jimenez. Righty-lefty matchup, the 2-0 right down there, Main Street, taken at the knees for a strike one. 2-1. Braves head back to the Truist Park as the 2-1's fouled away, 2-2. 3-game set against Minnesota. Hopefully that'll get them right. Been on the road pretty much the whole year, except for that one small stint where one game was rained out against the Marlins. The 2-2. Slider misses, but he's been given that call all game long. Payoff pitch. Swing lifts it into center field. Coming over, crowling it, making the catch. Michael Harris II, one away. You couldn't have asked for a worse start to the season for the Braves. And this is, at some point, people are going to have to quit making excuses for the managers. First pitch on the way is a 98-mile-an-hour sinker off the edge. It's 1-0. Four-seam misses inside. 2-0. So a 2-0 count. The 2-0. Right there, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch is followed up by another ball 3-3-1. Full count. Swing, that ball's lifted. High and deep into right field. Going back on the track. Making the catch at the wall is Kelnick. Almost ran out of room on that one. So 2 down. Righty-lefty matchup now. First pitch on the way. Roden bangs it over to second. Ozzy's got it. Flips it to first, and that'll end the inning. Braves trail by 3. We'll see if they have a pulse in them when we come back. Middle of the order due up for Atlanta.
I need everybody that works the night shift front and center. Is it me, Or does everybody else in the world not understand us? Most people feel that just because you work the night shift, you're available for anything during the day. Emergencies or just to go to the grocery store and shop. Newsflash, we don't even know what day it is half the time. So setting appointments for us is probably going to be a maybe. My son's school called me in the middle of the day asking can I pick him up early because he's not feeling well. I said, okay, hung up. I woke up and it was time to pick him up from school. He thugged it out that day. To all my people that live during the day, if you wake up and it's raining outside and you know a person that works night shift, don't call us for nothing.
Mattingly is not known to be a home run hitter, but in the last couple of games, he has shown a lot of power.
When you knew Donnie and you were around him, you said he's going to figure it out.
3 days, 3 straight home runs. Unbelievable.
Anything he accomplished, I didn't go, oh my gosh, how did he do that? It's just, the sky's always a limit with guys with that makeup and that inner drive.
He had never hit more than 10 home runs in a season on any professional level before hitting 23 in 1984. But even more impressive was his batting average, which by mid-season was hovering around .350, putting him in the race for the batting title alongside his teammate, the Hall of Famer, Dave Winfield.
There was a lot made out of it, and winning was great.
The Yankees win it! A home run for Dave Winfield.
Dave treated me great, made it easy on me. I was kind of the underdog, rookie, not making any money. Winning was a big free agent, so people are kind of cheering for me instead of him. I'm trying to win. He is too. But I just looked at it like, hey, I'm hitting .330 in the big leagues. There's nothing bad going to happen here.
What's up, Braves country? Looking forward to a great Atlanta Braves season. See y'all at the ballpark. Love you.
Welcome back. Jeff Hoffman, excuse me. Thank God it's not Trevor. We wouldn't have a chance today. Jeff Hoffman comes in batting with an 0.96 ERA. It's the Braves that are batting 0.96. Ozzie Albies will lead us off. First pitch on the way. Swing, fist it back, foul. It's 0-1. Hoffman coming over from the Phillies. We've had success against Hoffman in the past. The Braves were going to look at him as a potential free agent in the offseason. He didn't pass the physical, but the 0-1, this is high 1-1. He was brought into Toronto with the idea and paid like he was going to be almost like a Ronaldo Lopez where he could start. But that never happened. He's back in the bullpen. The 1-1, this is high 2-1. Some bullet dodge there, and it wasn't just Atlanta that scoffed on. There was a couple of teams that Hoffman did not pass their physical. The Blue Jays decided to take the risk. The 2-1, splitter up top, 2-2. 2-2 count. Braves trail by 3. Got to get some base runners before you can even start looking at a comeback. They set up outside Y. Swing. Just foul down the first base line. The 2-2. Brings it. Swing. That ball's lifted into almost right field. Good snag by Jimenez. L4 in your scorecard. 1 down. Decent little line drive by Ozzie. Not quite hit hard enough to get it past Jimenez. He had just enough time to get over there. Looping line drive leads us off here. That'll bring Drake Baldwin, who's 0 for 3 to the plate. First pitch down and in, 98-mile-an-hour fastball. It's 0-1. This team needs a day off, I know it, but something's got to change in that clubhouse. I mean, they don't have any personalities to get them out of this. 1-0. Right there for a strike, 1-1. Now, in theory, Elder would be your starter on Friday, but they could skip him and go to Chris Sale. He hasn't exactly been lights out this year. 1-1, swung on, chopped foul. And I think if the roles were reversed, if Atlanta had came into this game with a 12-5 record, not a 5-12 record, I think you would see Elder on Friday, but you may very well see Chris Sale on Friday, and they just skip Elder altogether. The 1-2, check swing foul, do it again. It would allow you to go Sale to Holmes, who was very impressive on Monday, back to Schwellenbach on Sunday, and then Strider on Monday. You would eventually have to squeeze him back into the lineup. The 1-2, swing, lifted into left field, drifting back on the track. That ball, it's gone! How about that? The Drake hit a home run. He's not even a power hitter. Scooped it off the left field wall.
You don't like the Drake? I love the Drake. How could you not like the Drake?
Who's the Drake?
The Drake is good.
Yeah, amen to that, James. I just had a friend good friend that just had successful transplant. As the first pitch on the way is a swing and a miss strike. It's on 1. Vanderbilt Hospital. We got the news last night that he's been released. Everything's good. First pitch on the way to Kelnick. Drake Baldwin makes it 1-0. Kelnick now down 0-2. Righty-lefty matchup, the 0-2. Swing, pops it up. Can of corn. Who wants it? Making the catch is Clement, 2 down. Two down, and it was all self-inflicted with his liver. He basically drank gut rot, as we always called it, gut rot whiskey, for about the age of 14 or 15 until his early 40s when they finally shut down on him. First pitch on the way to Eli White is right there for a strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1. I was amazed that he got the transplant as quick as he did. Pitch on the way, down and away. 1-1. 1-1 count. Kicks and fires in the dirt. 2-1. I mean, you put 30 years of he's drinking stuff like Kentucky Tavern and all that kind of nastiness, and he was drinking it. I mean, he was putting a pounding on it 4 to 5 times a week. 30 years, you do the math. The 2-1 pops it back foul, 2-2. The Braves are down to the last strike, but if they can get Eli White on, a bloop and a blast ties this game. Drake Baldwin with his first career home run. Smiles in the dugout, but we're losing by 2, so I don't want to see too many smiles. The 2-2, swing and a miss. Good night, Irene, strike 3. That pitch was nowhere near the zone, down and in. But that's been the Braves' offense all year long. And once again, outmanaged in this series. We lose it 2-1 after winning the first one. Grant Holmes goes out and gets the first W. And we have Schwellenbach and Strider going the next 2 days, and we can't score any runs to help them. All right, we will be back on Friday. We'll do the series preview Friday at noon. Go enjoy the day, Braves country. I think we all need a mental break from this nonsense. KC at the Bat by Ernest Lawrence Thayer. The outlook wasn't brilliant for the Mudville Nine that day. The score stood 4-2, but with 1 inning more to play. And when Cooney died at first, and Barrows did the same, a pall-like silence fell upon the patrons of the game. A straggling few got up to go in deep despair. The rest clung to the hope which springs eternal in the human breast. They thought, if only Casey could but get a whack at that, we'd put up even money now with Casey at the bat. But Flynn preceded Casey, as did Jimmy Blake, and the former was a hoodoo, while the latter was a cake. So upon that stricken multitude grim, melancholy sat, for there seemed but little chance of Casey getting to the bat. But Flynn let drive a single, to the wonderment of all, and Blake, the much despised, tore the cover off the ball. And when the dust had lifted, and men saw what had occurred, there was Jimmy safe at second, and Flynn a hugging third. Then from 5,000 throats and more rose a lusty yell. It rumbled through the valley, it rattled in the dell. It pounded on the mountain and recoiled upon the flat, for Casey, mighty Casey, was advancing to the bat. There was ease in Casey's manner as he stepped into his place. There was pride in Casey's bearing, and a smile lit Casey's face. And when responding to the cheers, he lightly doffed his hat. No stranger in the crowd could doubt 'twas Casey at the bat. 10,000 eyes were on him as he rubbed his hands with dirt. 5,000 tongues applauded when he wiped them on his shirt. Then while the writhing pitcher ground the ball into his hip, defiance flashed in Casey's eye, a sneer cooled Casey's lip. And now the leather-covered sphere came hurtling through the air, and Casey stood a-watching it in a haughty grandeur there. Closed by the sturdy batsman, the ball unheeded sped. That ain't my style, said Casey. Strike one, the umpire said. From the benches black with people, there went up a muffled roar, like the beating of a storm waves on a stern and distant shore. Kill him! Kill the umpire! Shouted someone on the stand, and it's likely they'd have killed him had not Casey raised his hand. With a smile of Christian charity, great Casey's visage shone. He stilled the rising tumult, he bade the game go on. He signaled to the pitcher, and once more the dun sphere flew. But Casey ignored it, and the umpire said, "Strike two!" "Fraud!" cried the maddened thousands, and echoed answered, "Fraud!" But one scornful look from Casey, and the audience was awed. They saw his face grow stern and cold. They saw his muscles strain, and they knew that Casey wouldn't let that ball go by again. The sneer is from Casey's lip. His teeth are clenched in hate. He pounds with cruel violence his bat upon the plate. And now the pitcher holds the ball, and now he lets it go, and now the air is shattered by the force of Casey's blow. Oh, somewhere in the favored land, the sun is shining bright. The band is playing somewhere, and somewhere hearts are light. And somewhere men are laughing, and somewhere children shout. But there is no joy in Mudville. Mighty Casey has struck out. Casey at the Bat, Ernest Lawrence Thayer, published June 3rd, 1888. San Francisco Examiner.